Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Kitchen Hero Masterclass. Just gonna check here that my sound is working, that you guys can see me well through the camera. Wow, there's a few comments already here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Heather, Jody, Megan, Jen, how you doing? Hello, Joe, Annette, so many people online already, hitting up 100 people. This is awesome. How you guys doing? Martina. Well, good evening and welcome to the Kitchen Hero Masterclass. Like I said, tonight it's all about giving you new ideas and helping you guys with a roadmap so you can start to eat well and, most importantly, spend less time in the kitchen. I'm going to have this camera here in front of me, and also I have my computer here with a few notes. So if you see me looking at the side here, I just want to make sure I don't forget to include any of the content for you guys that I prepared for tonight. I can see your comments here as well on my side. See, there's a lot of people joining. Please let me know in the comments here, where are you joining from? I see Sushi from the UK. Wow, all the way from the UK. That's so good. Let me see here. Let me know in the comments where you guys are joining the live tonight from. Vanya, Russell, how you doing? Perth, Warwick, all around Australia. Wow, Western Australia, Melbourne, Malaluba, Port Stephens, Kings Scrub, Queensland. There's people for all over the place. And tonight, guys, you learn all you need to start from tomorrow to get more organized, to shop more efficiently, and to store your ingredients properly, that you avoid waste, but most importantly, that you know how to set up in the kitchen so you can cook quicker and stop wasting time in the kitchen. I see a lot of people know how to cook already. They cook on a regular basis, maybe 3, 4, 5 times a week, and they know how to cook their meals, but a lot of times people struggle with planning, so it's more efficient as well. And also, it's not just the efficiency in cooking in your kitchen, but also shopping, making sure you shopping well, you not buying the most expensive things, you buying seasonal produce, you are not wasting time in the shops as well, and you're using that time for yourself to do the things that you love. So I'm gonna have tonight a little presentation here. I'm going to try to run this presentation with the slides right here on my side for about 30 minutes. I'm going to try to go quick through it because I know you guys want to see me cooking, see how I'm going to cook those 12 meals in 1 hour, in less than 1 hour. So for tonight, I have planned a 3-day menu plan. You guys will receive this full 3-day menu plan straight after the masterclass. I'm also gonna add into the resources, and you guys will get this link on your email and also on the VIP group, on the WhatsApp group. I'm gonna add in there also a 5-day menu plan. So you guys leave this lesson today with 2 different menu plans that you can start to cook straight away. And you get all the other free resources in there at the end with the link where you're going to be able to see the seasonal produce for this season, and also the Together ebook, which is an ebook that I designed to help people cook dinner for their friends and family. So next time you have guests, you can impress your guests with a really nice dinner. And all the menus that I'm going to give you guys include a shopping list, and also a step-by-step to cook on the right order, because that's also very important. And we're going to talk a bit more about using a proper step-by-step when we go into efficiency, how to be more efficient in the kitchen. All right, let's get started with our presentation here. So for those of you that don't know me yet, maybe you started to follow my journey here about a month ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I know some of you guys already been following my journey for longer, for 3, 6 months, 1 year, even more since I started to promote the Kitchen Hero Masterclasses in the Kitchen Hero program. So I have been cooking for about 18 years. I managed cafes and teams in Sydney and Byron Bay for a long time. I work as a private chef for my own company, Byron Bay Chef, where I do health retreats. I work doing meal prep in some local family homes in Byron Bay, and also into private events, micro weddings, private dinners. But then none of that matters, because what it matters is that from now on, you're going to have my support to cook more from home, to get the ideas that you want, to save time, to find ways to be more economical, and not to be stuck eating the same things over and over. Because a lot of times, like we said, you know how to cook, but you just keep cooking the same things every day, and it gets boring. I know, because I have been through that, and we don't want you to lose your inspiration. We want you to keep inspired, to keep cooking, so you can improve your health, you can eat well every day, and spend less time in the kitchen. So cooking from home, it's not just about the food. It's much more than that. It's your health that is on the table. It's the confidence to know that when you go into the doctor to do your exams, you won't bring any bad news, that you are on par with your health, that you know that you'll focusing on living a better lifestyle so you can stay alive for longer. Focus on longevity, knowing that you're going to spend more time with your kids, with your grandchild, with your friends, with your family. And also, cooking from home is about losing those extra kilos to bring back your self-esteem. I know that because every time I go traveling, for example, I kind of eat bit naughtier. I don't cook as much from home when I go traveling, and I see that every time I come back from a holiday, I put on 3, 4, 5 kilos. Like last year, we went to America for 3 months, and I came back 6 kilos overweight. And then as soon as I start to get on my routine, cooking my meals from home, I started to see the change on my body and losing those extra kilos just by focusing on a healthier diet, cooking from home, and avoiding eating unhealthy takeaway foods, because that's where we end up going when we are tired to get home from work and you had a busy day, you have not planned, and you start to make last minute decisions. I have done all of that, but I'm trying to avoid that as much as I can now, and focusing on cooking from home is a great way to do that. And obviously, cooking from home is about having more time for yourself. A lot of times people think that ordering a pizza or a takeaway, it's quicker. But if you have everything in your fridge organized, if you plan ahead, cooking can take only 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20, especially when you have meal prep ready to go like we're going to do today. Now, but it's also about saving money. And I did this little graphic here just so you guys can compare this data here, where it says that the average spend on takeaway in Australia is $60 a week. So let's imagine that a takeaway meal costs about $20. And if you would cook this same meal from home, you would cost about $7. If you do it times 3 meals at $60 in takeaway every week. And if you would do that from home, is $21. So in 1 year, you'll be spending a lot of money on takeaway food. And this is the average. I know some of you might not order takeaway so often, but there are people that order takeaway food every day. And the savings that you can make by cooking from home are huge. So if you could save $2,000, $3,000 a year, $4,000 a year in food just by cooking at home, why not use that money to buy something that you've been wanting to buy for a while? Why not use that money to go on a holiday or pay your mortgage a bit faster? Everyone's been struggling a bit with the prices of food, the cost of living, mortgages. I know because we've been through that. Everyone is spending more. It's much harder to keep up with the cost of living these days. So it's very important that we are mindful about your dollar, so we are prepared for the future as well. So cooking from home, it's about your health, it's about saving time and saving money. So today we're going to go through all those details, how we can do all of that. And at the end, I'm also going to give you guys a roadmap that gives you the step-by-step that I recommend people to take and learn more into more detail on those steps so you can improve your cooking and stop wasting time in the kitchen. I'm just gonna roll this to the side here on this computer. And let's get going, because today I want to show you guys that cooking from home, it's not about having a gift or being a professional chef. Anyone can do it. My wife, for example, when we got married, she couldn't cook an egg. And these days, she cooks so well. Sometimes I get home, the meals are done, and I do most of the cooking at home. Of course, I'm a chef. I love cooking. I enjoy all of that. I like having the meals ready for us. But Camila could not cook before. She's a graphic designer. It's a totally different field. And now she can cook low-cooked meats. She can do meals in 5, 10, 20 minutes maximum. So cooking is for everyone. It's just like anything. It's a matter of practice. And anyone can be a better cook. Like, for example, my student here, Lucy, who went through the Kitchen Hero program, she now can cook amazing meals from home. And she felt before that she couldn't do it, but she's not giving up. So it's very important to know that you don't need to be super skilled to cook more from home and start to eat well, not just sometimes, but every day. Now, the biggest challenge, and I read the form that you guys filled up, the quiz that you filled up before joining this masterclass. I did read all the answers in there. We had about 300 people answering the quiz out of the 1,100 who did sign up to get the masterclass, to watch the replay. And what came up, the biggest challenge there is having new ideas. And I'm going to talk about that when we talk about intuitive cooking a bit further down in the presentation. But to me, it's not about having the new ideas. It's knowing how to cook with what's in your fridge. So you don't have to think too much. You don't have to follow recipes. You just see what's there, and you can start to plan your meals based on what you got there, based on what's seasonal. This way, you're never gonna lose your inspiration, and you see that is much quicker, because a lot of times we waste time reading recipes. And of course, the biggest one, another big challenge for people is lack of planning. It's how to plan. How do I choose the meals that I'm gonna cook? How I choose meals that I can cook efficiently and not have lots of things going on at one time, end up burning something, or maybe something goes overcooked, it doesn't taste as good as I wanted. So it's all about planning. And we're gonna look at all of that here. And also how to curb those fussy eaters that everyone has one at home. We don't have a little fussy eater yet at home, but I don't know if you guys can see on this side here, we have our baby boy coming in January. I'm super excited for when he gets here and to start to cook for our kid as well. This is going to be such a epic phase of our lives. Now, the relationship with cooking. That's very important, that you understand your relationship with cooking. It doesn't need to feel like a chore. A lot of times feels like a chore for people to cook from home. And I remember my mom when I was young, she would to get upset sometimes when we would not like the food, or when we would say, oh, mom, this again. And it happens into every family home. So it should not feel like a chore. If you don't have a plan and you are making last minute decisions, it's going to be stressful. And it will end up feeling like a chore eventually. You get burnout, you lose your inspiration, and you're going to be feeling overwhelmed. Cooking from home should make your life easier and not harder. Like we said, it should give you the peace of mind, knowing that when you get home, you know exactly what you're going to eat. You know exactly how long it's going to take. It might be ready. You're just going to heat it up on a pan, on the microwave, however you like it. Maybe you have things in the freezer as well. And cooking from home should help you reach your goals. It should free your time, help you lose weight, get healthy, very important, and save money like we said before. So your relationship with food is very important. And understanding when your relationship with food needs to improve, it's also important. And by you guys showing up here now, hitting 190 people live on the masterclass, it shows me that you guys want to make a change, that you want at least to learn something new, that you want to improve your skills, get new ideas, and cook more efficiently from home. Does anyone here, let me know in the comments here, guys, if you guys struggle with ideas? Let me see, because this was the most common answer on the quiz. Let me see in the comments here. Put the hands up, send an emoji or a yes. Who struggles with ideas to cook from home? Kimberly, yes. Lynette, how you doing, Lynette? Good to see you here. Vanya, yes. Martina, cooking from home and planning my meals help a lot to stay on track with my diet. That's so true, Martina. Planning your meals definitely helps to keep on track with the diet, because what happens is, if you don't have anything planned, when you get at home, and I've done this before, you're going to end up eating a bit of a corn chips with hummus, maybe grab a snack. Back in the day, I used to live on bananas and energy bar because I was just lazy to cook. And I thought, oh, this is not too bad. It's healthy. But if you're doing that every day, you're not getting all the nutrients that's going to help you perform more, to be feeling good, to do your mom duties, your motherhood duties at home, work and perform at work, in sports, at the gym, anything. So having the nutrients is very, very important. Ideas and plans. See this? Roma, yes, cook the same things all the time. 70 and still struggle. Carrie saying here, struggle with variety. Back. Everyone does struggle with ideas. And guys, trust me, it's not the ideas that is the problem. Is not having the plan. Because what I see is, with my students from the Kitchen Hero program, for example, they have all the meal plans available for them. We have about 10 meal plans already in the Kitchen Hero program, with the shopping list step by step. And then when you have the meal plan in there, your weekly meal plan, you know exactly what you're going to be cooking. You don't need to look for ideas, because you already know. And if you want to look into a recipe book, get some new ideas to replace some things on your menu plan, then yes, that's totally fine. You get those ideas in there, but you're not rushing on the last minute. And having those ideas already organized in one place, that's key for cooking more efficiently as well. Now, you need more than ideas. You need to feel inspired. You need to be able to look in your fridge, scan everything, and know exactly what you're going to be cooking. And I'll give you a story. I was talking to Camila, my wife, last night, actually, when we were talking about meal prep. And she said, like, how are you going to talk to everyone and tell them about the ideas? Because she says that she opens the fridge and she sees all the ingredients in there. And all she sees is ingredients, but she cannot connect the dots and decide what she's going to be cooking. Like when I open the fridge, I look at my ingredients in there and I see, okay, I got cabbage, I got broccoli, I got sweet potato, oh, a bit of tahini here, mustard. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a salad with this. Or if the thing is already there, ready, what can I add to my meal? Do I add a protein? Do I make vegetarian? It's so automatic when you practice your intuition and become more intuitive with your cooking. So you need more than ideas. You need to feel inspired so you can use your intuition. Otherwise, it's like a snowball effect in cooking. When you are inspired, your food will taste delicious. When you cook delicious food, everyone will love it. And when everyone loves your food, you will have more confidence to cook. Just going to have a quick look in the comments here. And guys, if you have any questions, we're going to do all the questions at the end. There's a lot of people live tonight, so I'm going to have to do the questions at the end, because I don't want everyone to be waiting around for the cooking part of the masterclass. A lot of times when we do the masterclass, a lot of people want to see the cooking part. So I'm just going to run through this very quickly here. But the best day to start making a positive change was yesterday. And the second best day is today. To have you guys here, it shows me that you want to do this change. Now let's talk about simplifying your, about planning your meals. Just gonna get this here. Plan your meals. How do I like to plan my meals? How I plan meals for my clients, for myself. First, set your goal. Are you gonna batch cook once a week, twice a week. Maybe you're gonna do meals every second day, or you wanna do some one-pan meals daily. The first thing is to decide what's your goal, how you're gonna be cooking those meals, and then set up your days on the calendar so you know exactly that day will be the day when you're gonna be cooking. Some people don't wanna cook every day. Some people wanna cook twice a week because they don't wanna freeze meals. But some people just wanna go there, okay, I'm gonna do it all on Sunday. I'm gonna save some fresh meals. I'm gonna freeze the others, and then I don't have to worry anymore. Then once you set your goal, once you know the day that you're gonna be cooking, you decide on the ingredients, your preference, your allergies, what's in seasons. And what's in season, it's going to be one of the freebies that you're going to get today. I'm going to give you a winter seasonal list of fresh produce that we have been getting in Australia at the moment. Now, make a list of your favorite meals. Write down all your meals in there, about 16 to 20 meals. And once you have 20 meals, you divide them into weeks. So when you divide them into weeks, you might have 4 different meals a week, 5 different meals a week. Tonight, we're going to cook 3 different meals. Then you also want to mix some cooking methods inside those meals. Like today, for example, I am doing a salad. We're going to do a salad power bowl. We're also going to do a green curry, and the other one will be a taco. So I divided into 3 different styles of meals. And I have this very detailed inside the Kitchen Hero program, but I'm just going to run through you guys very quickly so you know how I like to plan. I like to have a saucy meal, a light meal, a salad, a stir fry, a slow cooked meal, maybe a seafood meal. Have some different types of meals, different styles of meals, because this way you're going to be able to multitask and cook things at the same time. If you are cooking only meals that are saucy meals, for example, if you are cooking only curries, only stroganoffs, only tomato-based sauce, and you have all these different pots in your stove, eventually you're going to run out of burners in there, because if you are cooking 5 different meals, it's going to be a struggle. You won't be able, possibly, depending on the size of your stove, you're not going to be able to fit all the pots and pans in there. So I like to diversify. You have some meals that don't require a pan. You have some meals that can go in the oven. You have some meals that use a pot. You can use a slow cooker, an instant pot, an air fryer, lots of different things. A smoker. I've been using my smoker lately a lot. So it's very important to divide your meals into different types of meals and mix the cooking methods when you are planning your menus. And then you make a shopping list and stick to it. It's very, very important. Think quick and easy. Leave the more sophisticated meals for the weekends or special occasions. And you guys will get the Together ebook, which is going to be perfect for the weekends and special occasions, with more sophisticated meals in there that you're going to put a bit more time into it. Maybe you're going to do it having a wine or a beer, a champagne, enjoying with a mate or with your partner. But through the week, daily, you want to cook healthy meals so you have more free time, quick and healthy meals. Look at this, Jane, making the shopping list makes my mind explode. I'm going to show you guys how I organize my shopping list as well to be more efficient, not just on my shopping, but also when I get to the shops. I cook for 1 at home, but cook for 4 people at work with soft, chill diet and not too much spice. I enjoy coming up with new ideas. This is awesome, Melissa. Yeah, and look, this meal plan that I'm going to cook today, I'm going to cook for 2 people because I live with my wife. But if you live alone, you could cook just for yourself too. And then you have extra meals. You can freeze some, especially the curry, which is a great meal to freeze. Now, intuitive cooking mindset to feel in control of your kitchen. A lot of times, the one thing that I get the most on my Instagram when I pop up the question boxes on my stories is people asking for recipes. Recipes are great. They work as a guide, but to avoid wasting time in the kitchen, we need to get more intuitive and less picky. We need to use our intuition. And I also look at recipes sometimes. But the problem is people just want to read recipes. So if you are reading a recipe, you're wasting your time in there. And a lot of times people see, oh, I'm missing the red onion. And then they're going to stop everything and they might run to the shops to get the red onion. Use the brown onion instead. Use a shallot. Use a spring onion. Don't use the onion altogether. Use something else. But experiment with different things so you can become more intuitive. And how do you become more intuitive with your cooking? There are 4 steps to become more intuitive and not ruin your meal, and get to the point where you open your fridge, you look at the ingredients, you scan what's in there, and you crack a meal, whip a meal in 10 to 15 minutes. You learn all the basics. It's very important. A lot of people know how to cook, but they don't know the basic things of cooking, the cooking methods, the basic equipment, how to use, how to chop properly, how to be faster when you are chopping. What are the options on cooking methods? How to store your food, what to have in your pantry, knowing all the basics, the types of flavors that you can explore, the difference between taste and flavor, which is a different thing. Understanding the whole sensory experience of your food, it's very important. That's the basics. So you can use your sense, you can taste the food, you can smell the aroma, you can look at the food when you are cooking in your pan, transforming itself. If you apply more heat to a broccoli, what happens? If you reduce the heat, when you are cooking meat, for example, it's going to release a lot more liquid. And then your meat is not going to get that nice golden color in there. That's just one example. You need to experiment with different things. And if it goes wrong, that's totally fine. You can always do it again. Don't be afraid of making mistakes with cooking, because a lot of times people are so afraid of not ruining a recipe that they don't experiment different things. And then they will always rely on recipe books for cooking. And it shouldn't be like that. Recipes, remember, they are a great guide, but they should never rule your cooking. You should practice your intuition, because we want to just be quick in the kitchen. No one likes spending the whole day or hours in the kitchen. We want to eat a tasty, healthy, and delicious meal, but we don't want to be cooking the whole day. So have fun and play. Very important to become more intuitive. Question here, Elvira, can we go back to this video lately and can we sharing? Yes, there will be a replay available for the video, but stay until the end, because at the end of the video, I'm going to do a giveaway. At the end of the masterclass, I'm going to explain you guys how it's going to work, and I'm going to give away some cheese boards, the Byron Bay Chef cheese boards you can use for chop, for cheese, for charcuterie, whatever you want to do. Okay, let's keep going. Simplify your shopping and never waste food again. A lot of people waste a lot of time in the shops. I see a lot of times people saying, oh, I'm just going to quickly stop by the shops and just grab a couple of things. But then you get in there, you see a friend, you got the kids, you start talking, the kids start screaming and crying. They want to get some chips and chocolate. You don't want to give that to them on that time. And then you start to walk through the aisles. You start to spend a lot of time in your shopping. How many hours do you guys think that you spend every week on shopping? Let me know in the comments here, or how many times a week you go into the shops. Shopping should be a once a week thing, or maybe twice, or try to avoid that. Some people live in rural areas, on remote areas. They don't have the luxury to be going into the shops all the time, but they still manage to cook their food. Some people live right next door to the shops, and that's great. It's easy to just go there and grab your food. But the problem is, the more you go to the shops, the more you're gonna spend. That is for sure. Let's have a look here. See, once a week. Carrie saying goes once a week to the shops. Megan, I shop 3 to 4 times a week. CL, 1 hour tops. This is great. Awesome. Shop once a week and spend about an hour. Rhonda, that's good. Like if you're spending an hour an hour and a half a week, that's great. But sometimes it can take long. You're spending 2, 3, 4 hours at the shops. If you're spending 1 hour every time you go shopping and you go 2, 3 times a week, that's already 3 hours. You could cook all your meals for the week in 3 hours and not have to worry about anything. Great options these days are online shopping, have everything delivered to your door. What we like to do in our region here, I get a veggie box delivered to my doorstep from Farmer Foster, a local supplier, which delivered me today a veggie box. It's all seasonal. I never know what's going to come, but it helps me become more intuitive with my cooking. Everything is super fresh. It costs less because it's seasonal. So look at your area if there are options like that. I know there are, there's a butcher. I can't remember the name. I think in the capital cities, delivers to your doorstep as well. Those are great ways to save time as well and avoid the impulse buying when you go to the shops. So now here, how we do the shopping list. Shopping list to save time and money. First thing, when you're planning, you choose your menu and you write down the ingredients for each of the meals. So you have in there, if you already don't have your menus organized with all your shopping lists there and everything optimized, and you have to start from scratch, you choose your menu. You know the dishes that you're going to do. You write down the ingredients for each meal. Then you group the same ingredients from each meal to optimize your list. So, okay, you're going to cook 2 meals. Like today, we're going to use only 8 ingredients. We're going to use for our 3 meals. So 8 types of vegetables we're going to use. And then I have broccolini, for example, I'm going to use in 2 of the dishes. Sweet potato, I'm going to use in the 3 dishes. I'm going to use green beans in 2 of them. Snow peas in 2 of them. Try to have more ingredients that you overlap in all your meals. And when you go and make your shopping list, group them. So you're optimizing your list. Then you categorize by grouped ingredients. The grouped ingredients by section in the supermarket. Usually when you get to Woolies or Coles, you're going to enter through the veggie area. So you get all your fresh produce. It's good to start with the fresh produce because you already know if something is not available, you can easily swap in there. You're not running around getting everything else and then realize, oh, I don't have eggplant available. I'm going to use zucchinis instead. So start with your fresh veg. If you know you're going to take a long time in the shops, leave the meats for last because it's the second thing that you see there. And then after that, you go and get your dry ingredients. Once you have all your dry ingredients, grab your meats and your frozen and get out of there. Buy only what's on the list too. Otherwise, you're going to spend more and more. You're always going to break the budget if you are not sticking into the list. It's very important. And I know that for a fact, I'm one person that I always have to rule myself to not buy extra things, especially when I walk past the chocolate, the lollies island. I love chocolate. Not just me, but my wife, who is now going through pregnancy, has been a bit more into chocolate lately. And it's very hard for us when you go to the shops together. We got to kind of not look into the chocolate aisle because otherwise you're going to go there. You're going to buy 1, 2, 3 chocolates. And when you get home, if we buy 3, we're going to eat the 3. If you buy 1, we're just going to eat the 1 for the week. So be mindful to stick with your list. And the more you go to the shops, the more you will spend. You're going to be very tempted to impulse buying, especially if you are hungry. Never go to the shops hungry because you get there, you want to buy everything. It happened to me. I'm sure it happened to you before that you went there hungry and everything sounded like a good deal and you want to buy more and more things. Here she is. Camila, shopping when hungry is danger. Very, very danger. Now, here's a few things that you guys can do straight away to start saving when you go shopping. If possible, shop online. Get the things delivered to your door. You won't go into the shops and fall for the impulse buying. Just click online. Whatever you need, straight into your doorstep. Yes, it can be tricky sometimes with the veggies because some people like to choose their veggies. But if you are maybe buying your veggies from the veggie shop or getting a veggie box delivered at home, online shopping is great. Avoid last-minute trips to the shop. because you're going to waste time, you're going to waste fuel, you're going to waste more money because you get there, you're going to buy something that you don't need. Buy seasonal Australian produce. And why I say Australian produce? Because a lot of times things that are important cost more because of shipping. I'll give you an example. I needed grapes for an event last year, and usually Australian grapes were $6.99 on the off-season price, maybe $14 a kilo. But I saw there were US grapes only available, and they costed $24 a kilo. That was a ripoff. That's more than meat. But I had to buy a little bit for a client because it was for a board that he wanted to do for the event. Or sometimes lemons are expensive, asparagus, things that come from overseas. So be mindful to buy Australian produce that is seasonal, that is not off-season, because usually, especially things like avocados, when they are off-season, and they're not just bad avocados, but they're also very, very expensive. Pantry items, buy in bulk and on special. If you see something is on special and it's in bulk, buy more, so you don't have to go and buy again. Protein, bulk on it, portion up in store. So what I like to do when I buy my protein, you see today when we are cooking the beef for tonight, we're going to have two options of protein, the chicken tenderloins and the beef. You see that I already have everything portioned and clean. So I get a big chunk of meat, I portion everything, I freeze some, I have something fresh, so I don't have to go back to the butcher all the time. Because the quality of the meat in the butcher, it's superior to what we see at Woolies and or Coles or supermarkets. And yes, there are some good meats in there, but they're also very, very expensive. Adjust your meals to what's on special. If you get there and something is more expensive than you thought, maybe adjust it last minute. And how do you do that? You learn how to be more intuitive. You practice your intuition. You know that instead of using rice, you can use a soba noodle, or you can use quinoa, something else that might be on special that day. And if you guys are into rewards programs, or you signing up for, you shop at the grocery store, Coles and Woolies, maybe Aldi offer this as well. You can sign for the everyday extra. You pay a monthly fee. I'm pretty sure it's like $7 a month or something, and you get a 10% off every month. And I'm not trying to promote the big supermarkets here. I usually do most of my shops from the veg supplier and also the butcher, but I do get a few dry goods from Woolworths when I go to Woolies. And I like to get a 10% off, so I plan my shopping to be the big bulk of our shopping to be once a month. This way I can use my 10%, and 10% is better than nothing, especially in today's economical scenario, because everything is more expensive. Food costs went up 20, 30% on some things, meats, cheese, seafood, everything is so much expensive. And I keep an eye all the time on the prices because I'm constantly changing my menus for events. I know exactly how much things are costing. And I like to go into the supermarket so I can share with my students, with my followers on Instagram, some things about what's going on in the market, so people know what to avoid. Is the supermarket trying to trick us, which they always are? Yes, there are some things that you can do to avoid those extra costs and save a bit of money. Now, conscious shopping is how you save money and create free time. So if you are shopping consciously, you are not going all the time into the shops, you're saving time and you're saving money. And it doesn't matter how much we know, we can always do it better. I can do better, you can do better, anyone can improve their cooking, their shopping skills, the way how they're planned. Everything can always get better. See here, Lisa is saying, my man and I spent $500 on shopping once because we were hungry. That's huge. That's a lot. And look, I spent more than I should many times before, but it's a matter of practicing and controlling ourselves and not going into the supermarket hungry. It's a very, very important. Jacqueline, how do you plan with veg box if you don't know what it's in it? I just plan for my meals, for my schedule. So for example, Jacqueline, if I know this week I'm going to cook a curry, a stir fry, a salad, I already know those things. Okay, I'm gonna cook this type of meals. I already have some rice and quinoa, I have my proteins, I have a dressing in mind. And then when the veggie box come, I just spread everything on the table and start to connect the dots. Okay, I'm gonna use the silver beet, the onion, the carrots, the broccolini, the zucchini in the curry. What else can I use? Okay, a bit of the broccoli, the carrots, a bit of cherry tomatoes, avocado. These things can go on the salad. What can I do for the stir fry? Oh, onions, carrots, green beans. There are some of the staples like pumpkin, potatoes, sweet potato, carrots. Those things are always in the veggie box. They are things that are available all year round in Australia. So it's easy to plan around those type of meals, and then I just diversify. And if something is not there, I just improvise. I just use my intuition with what I got at home. Today, I got so many different things in the veggie box. And I was like, okay, what can I use to use this menu? I knew already throughout the week that I was going to do a curry, a light meal, which is the tacos, and also a salad for tonight. Because this way, I can have one meal on the pan. I'm going to have a lot of things in my oven, and I can have some fresh things that I'm going to chop on my chopping board right here on the side. But I'm going to change. I have 3 cameras that I'm going to work. Very soon we're going to start the cooking, and I'm going to have 3 cameras. One focusing on the whole kitchen, one on top of the stove, one on the chopping board as well. So you guys are going to be able to see it from a few different angles. I think you're going to like what you're going to see tonight on the meal prep. So stay for that. Now, storing food, no waste and always ready to go. This is very, very important for efficiency in the kitchen. Thursdays, it's my veggie box delivery. So this afternoon, I got all my veggies delivered to my doorstep from Farmer Foster, my local supplier. But if you are going shopping as well, it works the same thing. When you get home, wash everything, all the fresh produce, the leaves, the carrots, the fruit. This way, you know, those apples on the fruit bowl are ready to eat. You're going to walk past and you're going to eat. You're just going to know they're ready to go. A lot of times you have to wash something and you're going to skip, maybe I'll eat later. I have to wash it. The leaves is the biggest one. Green leaves, rocket, lettuce, kale, all those things tend to stay at the bottom drawer, and we walk past, the leaves, no, I have to wash. It's a little bit dirty right now. I don't want to have to deal with it now. I'll use it tomorrow. And then you go again, no, I have to wash and I'm going to use tomorrow. And then when you see it already passed 4 or 5 days, the leaves start to go soggy, look sad. And then you're like, they're looking sad now. And then they up making their way into the bin. Food should make the way into your belly. So if you have your leaves always washed, then it will be much easier, much more natural for you to use. So I like to have all my veggies 100% washed. Of course, maybe you're busy one day. You have to rush into something else, then wash it later, but try to create the habit of washing everything, put some music on, a podcast, try to pick a time when the kids are not around so you can be faster as well, and then you do all the wash. Then you dry everything very well. Use a lettuce spinner for your leaves. Use a clean tea towel to dry all your veggies, making sure there's no moisture in there, because the moisture, it's your biggest enemy. If you storing your food into containers with moisture, it will spoil quicker with water, especially the leaves, but everything, because in there the mold can grow, bacteria can develop, and it's very, very important to avoid all of that. I like to use airtight containers. And when I am storing my food, and I'm going to show you guys when I open my leaves in a moment when we start cooking, that I use a bit of paper underneath, paper towel, and on top as well. This way, it's going to absorb the moisture there. Airtight containers are the way to go for me. There are all those bags, the swag bags, and all those things that people can use as well. And everyone is different. Everyone prefers something different. I like airtight containers because I know it's harder for moisture to get in there. I put some paper in the bottom on the top. And then when I see a bit of moisture in there, I just wipe the moisture out. CJ, and what about swag bags? They keep fresh for 2 weeks. Look, I have not used the swag bags myself. Personally, I'm not a huge fan because the airtight containers, I can easily wash them and wipe them. The swag bags, they absorb the moisture and they start to get a bit damp sometimes. So you gotta be washing them, drying them, making sure you following up with the hygiene in there. It's very important, because if they are dirty, getting damp, then it's no really point on using them. Some people use them very well, they keep them always very clean, but some people can't do that as often to wash them. It's already very busy, so you're going to wash the bags, you're going to have to dry them. So personally, I like to use airtight containers. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I use some big 5-10 liter containers that fit well in my fridge, and this way I can store all my produce in there. Carmel, see, wrap the leaves with paper towels. Great idea. That's what I do. I use paper towel underneath my leaves, on top, and this way we'll absorb the moisture in there. Will last for up to 10 days. Sometimes if they're very fresh, 2 weeks. Usually on the veggie box, everything comes super fresh. I'm going to show you guys in a minute what the produce looks like. Okay, let me get this here out of the way. And then we're going to keep going here. Now, how to be more efficient in the kitchen. Very, very important, efficiency. And that's what I'm most passionate about. I love cooking good food and trying different things, different flavors, exploring when I go traveling. But I also like to be efficient. Every time I worked in cafes and restaurants, managing kitchens and teams, my number one goal was efficiency. How we can be more efficient, how we can save time, save on labor, and cook things quicker in a way that anyone can do it, that is not complicated. So have everything you need next to you and ready to use. You see in a minute, I have my chopping board, I have my stove, my pots, everything is organized. My ingredients, everything is already washed. I don't have to wash anything. And they all right next to my prep area. Chopping board should be safely secured. Use a sharp knife, a sharpening steel, making sure you are aligning the edges of your knife. You know how to chop properly. And you avoid accidents as well, because safety is very important. And I'm just giving you guys here in a nutshell how to be more efficient. This everything it's in a lot more detail inside the Kitchen Hero program. But I'm going to talk about the Kitchen Hero program at the end, and after we do all the cooking, so you guys know about the program, how it works, how I help my students to cook more, to be inspired, to have new ideas, and to save time in the kitchen. Have always a small rubbish bin next to you, so you don't have to be running around the kitchen, and a cloth to wipe your bench all the time, cleaning as you go. It's the pro tip for efficiency. Cleaning as you go, it's a game changer. I practice this a lot with my clients, because when I go into their homes, I like to work very clean. When I do the private events, the meal prep, I focus on having a very clean area. I'm very particular with working on a clean bench, on a clean environment, because it's the way I look. I'm proud of being a clean chef, of being organized, of making sure when people are looking at me, they can be entertained by a chef that cares about looking clean. It's so important to be clean and keeping your station organized, because at the end, you're not going to have a pile of dishes to wash up. And that's a struggle for people. A lot of people can cook, but they end up using everything. They start to pile things in the sink. And when you finish, you still have 30 minutes of cleaning up. We don't want that. We want to finish it off. And all you have to do is wash 1, 2, 3 pans, maybe a couple of roasting trays that were in the oven, chopping board, and a couple of other utensils. So clean as you go, it's very, very important. And the one thing, when I work on my events, I work with my team, they all practice that. Look tidy, look clean, because it's the way to save time at the end. Now, this is how you don't want to look, because a lot of times this happens. You cook everything, you finish work, you get home from work tired, you had a busy day, and you have to wash everything. You make a mess. Everyone runs away. The hubby goes and watch the footy. The kids go playing, screaming, pulling your leg, trying to get your attention, and you have to clean up everything. This is not the scenario that you want. You want to be more efficient. And if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And I did say in I wanted to show you guys how important it is to learn how to cook and that everyone can improve their skills. So I just want to quickly show you guys the feedback from some of my students who already thought they knew everything or a lot about cooking, but they realized that they could improve their skills, they could be more efficient, they could plan better, get more ideas, use their intuition, and they were never practicing those things. It's very common for us to fall in this trap that we think, okay, I'm already cooking for years. I already know how to do everything more efficiently. But sometimes someone who have been on an environment like myself for 17, 18 years, cooking into commercial and busy kitchens, learning those shortcuts and how to be more organized to save money for a business and start to apply that at home, you can go a long way with those skills at home. So let me show you guys this 45-second video from what my students had to say about what they learned in my program, my cooking program. And straight after that, we're gonna jump into making your meals last longer to then start cooking.
I just completed the course and I absolutely loved it. I thought I was pretty good in the kitchen prior to joining the Kitchen Heroes course, but I absolutely was not, and I learned a lot of things. I enjoyed waiting for the weekly live lessons, which was a great opportunity to interact with the other students, and also it was really like having Lucas in my house giving me a one-on-one lesson.
It was one of the best decisions I've ever made. It makes cooking for me easy and I don't have to spend all my day in the kitchen. I feel like I now have all the tools I need to meal prep, but also cook delicious meals for myself and my family and my friends.
And even though I knew how to cook, I just liked the way he was approaching cooking and the way he was talking about things. So I decided to join the 1 month program. And I did the lives throughout the month each week, and they were absolutely fantastic. What really stood out for me was the way he's encouraging and teaching people to be intuitive with the cooking, not to be chained to a recipe. And if you don't have the exact ingredients, you've failed and you have to throw the whole thing out. But to be flexible and to think about what else you've got on hand. The preparation in advance, to just spend like less than an hour doing a bunch of meal prep that's going to last for the week, that has been a game changer for me, a life changer. And I think you'll love it.
Awesome. So guys, I just wanted to show this to you guys so you see that everyone can improve their skills. Martita, first one to talk, she is very good cook. She's always posting great food online. And also the other students, they knew how to cook, Alicia, and they improved their skills in there before. I want to really get a heads up here to Gordon. Gordon was my first male student actually I had one or two before, but they did not focus as much. But Gordon took over the cooking on his home. So he started the Kitchen Hero program with me, and now he cooks most of the meals at home. At the beginning, he told me that his family was worried about him because all he wanted to do is cook. So for you guys that want your hubby to cook more, heads up, Gordon did, and he took over cooking on his home. Well done, Gordon. Now, Sushi, what about things like onions? Do you store them in an airtight containers? The onions, I don't chop them and store on my fridge. If I do, I store them on a glass container, on a jar, very, very close, because it will smell the fridge. What I like to do, and I'm going to share a video on the next week for you guys, is chop them and have them on bags in the freezer, portioned up in a way that you can use them if you don't like to chop them every day. Now, last thing, and then we're going to the cooking, making your meals last longer. Make sure your food containers are fully dry before placing your cooked meals in them. The moisture will create mold and will spoil your food quicker. You don't want to go through the hassle of preparing your meals and then having to throw away because it's moldy. Wait your meals cool down before closing the containers. This is very, very important. A lot of times people close the container while the food is still hot in there and starts to steam. You see the bubbles of air forming in there. That's the perfect environment for bacteria. You want to avoid that. Let your food cool down before you close it and put it in your fridge. Use airtight containers, glass if possible, to prevent moisture from getting in. Like we said, moisture is your enemy in meal prep and in food preparation. store your cooked meals in the colder part of the fridge. What I like to do with our fridge, I like to leave cheeses and creams and things like that right on top, because that's the coldest part of the fridge, right on top. Second shelf, my cooked meals, and then I start to go down with other things. I like to have my meats actually in the bottom shelf, just in case so they don't drip. And don't get me wrong, everything will last in the fridge, but the colder area, it's on top. And then all the veggies and things like that in the bottom there. It's just something that we apply in the restaurants and works really, really well to keep our prepared foods, make them last longer. One thing I almost forgot, very, very important, and I've seen this a lot, avoid double dipping. What do I mean by that? If you prepare something, don't use a fork to try it and then use the same fork into something else, because the bacteria that is in your mouth is going to go in the food and will spoil quicker. I see people doing that. Sometimes my meal prep clients have done. Obviously, I don't want to be telling them what to do with the food that I cook for them, but I know that if your saliva gets into the food, bacteria might grow in there and you might lose a day of the shelf life. So you want to make sure you avoid the double dipping at all times. No double dipping. That's very, very important. See here, Susan, can you put still warm food in the fridge without a lid for a while? Look, Susan, yes, you can do that. Ideally, let it cool down in your bench, but a lot of times depends on where you live. For example, some people might be on the Northern Territory. It's super hot. You don't want the food to be sitting on that danger zone. The danger zone, considering by the Food Authority in Australia, the danger zone is between 5 degrees and 60 or 55 to 60 degrees. That's the danger zone. Above 60, it starts to dehydrate. Below 5, it's the food of the fridge. So try to avoid the danger zone for too long. For foods in New South Wales, the regulation says that if you leave something out for 2 hours in a restaurant or at home, you can put back in the fridge. If you leave for 4 hours, you should use straight away. If you leave for 6 hours, you should chuck it in the bin. Look, this is for safety. Australia is very conservative in terms of safety. I know that my grandma or my mom even, we used to do a Brazilian barbecue on Sunday, for example. They would keep the meat on a pot in the cupboard until the next day to use. So what I'm saying is that the Food Authority, the regulations say that don't leave the food out for too long, but I don't think no one will die from it. You might get a little sore tummy, but it's not going to be too bad. But to answer your question, warm food in the fridge, it's okay to cool down. But if you can cool down outside, do that, because it's going to sweat your fridge. It's going to start to sweat in there. And then you see bubbles forming inside the fridge. Let's say you have it on a shelf. The shelf is going to start to sweat on top. That becomes an area for bacteria to grow. Okay, now we are done with this presentation here. So now let's go into the cooking part, the exciting part of this section here. I just want to ask you guys, how would you cook 3 days worth of meals for 2 people in less than 1 hour? I'm going to do my best to do in less than 1 hour here. I'm positive that I'm going to do in less of 1 hour. If not, it's not going to look very good for me. But most people would cook meal by meal or without a system, and that will take way too long. The method that I create, that I teach inside the Kitchen Hero program, and that I apply on all my menus is that you cook as many meals as possible all at once, that you use a step-by-step in the right order based on each meal's and ingredients cooking time. So you start cooking first the things that take the longest, and then you move into the things that are quicker. And this is what it looks like. So this is the step-by-step list for tonight. The meal prep that we're going to do tonight, 12 meals, 3 different varieties. That is going to be enough for 2 people to eat lunch and dinner for 3 days. It only takes 8 steps. We always start with roasting. and then we move into the chopping. If you have to cook a rice, for example, then you go for your rice. You do the things that take the longest first, and then you start chopping a few things, cook a meal, chop the rest, prepare something. And this way you're doing on the order of things that take the longest. So the longest will be done first. So for example, tonight, we're going to roast the sweet potato, the chicken, and the beef in the oven. I'm going to use chicken tenderloins and beef. That's going to be our protein for the night. And then the other things I'm going to start to chop and start to cook straight away. This way, at the end, everything should come up together. By the time the roasted sweet potato, the chicken, and the beef are ready from the oven, which is going to take about 20 to 30 minutes, then everything else should be almost ready. And then it's just a matter of putting the food away, wiping the bench, chucking everything on the dishwasher, and then we'll finalize the presentation that I have for you guys here. So let's get into the cooking. And let me just answer one question that I saw here pop. Jane, should eggs be in the coldest area of the fridge? Jane, to be honest, I personally don't keep my eggs on the fridge. Our eggs have always, I've been in Australia for 16 years now, and I have never stored eggs in the fridge. I always keep my eggs in the cupboard. Yes, they will last longer in the fridge, but most restaurants, not most, but a lot of restaurants and cafes will keep them out of the fridge in a cool area, not in a hot area, of course. But our cupboards here are pretty cool. It's not super hot where we live, so we don't worry about keeping them in the fridge. As you can see, our fridge is not huge. Might have to upgrade the fridge when the baby arrives because there will be a lot more food in there, I'm sure. But at the moment, we keep our eggs out. Just going to have a quick look in the questions here. And guys, I did not read all the comments because I was focusing on the presentation. But please, at the end, I'm going to answer a lot of your questions. I can look through the comments again as soon as I finish the cooking. I want to talk about a couple more things with you guys after we finish. So stay until the end. There will be the giveaway. I'll answer the questions, do the Q&A, and I will stay here for as long as you guys want me to answer the questions. I don't have anywhere to go tonight. So let's get cooking now. Cook 12 meals in less than 1 hour. I'm just going to need, let me just see this one here. I would love to make the same meal, just very big. I'm not a good cook. Linda, don't worry. I'm going to help you to become a very good cook, I guarantee, and you will not have to ever say again that you're not a good cook. Now, I will just need 1 minute just to change the camera a bit to the side here. Right there. And I'm going to open this up here. Maybe just move a little bit this way. Got my marks here. Okay, that's in there. You guys can see everything in here. Just going to quickly get my apron. I'm going to turn my water here on for my steaming, and then I'm going to quickly run you guys through what we're doing. I'm just going to adjust the camera here, and we'll get started with the cooking. Not yet, but once we start, I'll ask you guys to time it as well, because I want to know. All my phones are all in use now, so I don't have anywhere to time it. But please time it for me. I'll ask Camila to time it. And then let's see how long it takes. Get my apron on here so don't make a mess. So here, the 3-day weekly menu that we're going to cook tonight. It's cutting a little bit my head here, but I'm going to adjust the camera in a minute. I'll have a few different cameras here working. One, just going to get this one here is not on stove. So I'm going to have one on the stove, this one here, and the one on the bench. Let me just see why this camera is not working. The Elgato. There's no signal. Just going to quickly turn on and off this camera here. Now, you have to, yeah. Yes. All right. So here, I'm going to do all my chopping in here. I'll have one on the stove where my pot's already there. And here, the main camera on me. As you guys can see, I'm going to cook for a pretty small kitchen. Super simple. Very basic equipment. My stovetop, I hate it. It's an electric one. It's not the one that I wish I had at home, but we're going to update that in the future. Also, let me just test this camera here because this is the one that I might have to turn so you guys can see. Okay, so you can see here, this one, it should be okay, or maybe I'm just thinking if I go cooking from the top, I think. I'm going to cook all from the top there. Let me just get this one out of the way. And then we're going to get started. Now, here's my fresh produce. Just want to show you guys what we're going to be using today. I'm going to use capsicums, red onions, broccolini. Got lots of avocados for the week, sweet potato. And then, in here, I got a few more things. Cabbage. Let me actually go on the stove so you guys can see from the top. See, I got a bit of paper underneath there. My green beans, my cabbage, my capsicum, my snow peas. And I want to show you guys what I meant before about the paper towel. So here's my rocket. I have a bit of paper towel on top, bit of paper towel on the bottom. So this will help it last longer. Susan, your little baby skin is gorgeous. Yes, we printed out. Our boy is coming soon. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. Now, in here, this 3-day menu plan. It's going to have here for you guys the full menu. You're going to get this on your email later. You're going to get a link that will take you there. It's going to have here the weekly menu plan with a blank one at the bottom. So you guys can adjust the meals, move it around however you like it. Shopping list, everything organized, fresh produce, dry goods, butcher. And then the recipe cards. Instead of a recipe, you have the recipe cards with how much of each ingredient you need for each of the meals. And then on the step-by-step at the last page, it tells you exactly the right order and how to cook the meals. It's super simple. All the Kitchen Hero menu plans are in this format. And also, I'm going to add into the resources. It's already there. I'm going to share the link at the end. You guys will have a full one, a 5-day menu plan. So today you're going to leave with a 5-day menu plan and also a 3-day menu plan. So you can start to plan. There's some ideas in there. You can change things around. What are we going to cook today? The 3 meals are, I'm going to tell you right now. It's a green curry, broccolini. Let me see if you can. Not too good. Green curry with broccolini, green beans, snow peas, and sweet potato. We're also going to do tacos, sweet potato, fresh salsa, a capsicum salsa, avocado, cabbage, chipotle tahini sauce, a salad power bowl, broccolini, green beans, avocado, cabbage, fresh salsa, tahini dressing. And I'm going to do the 3 meals vegetarian because some people want to be on a vegetarian diet, but I'll have 2 types of protein on the side. So you can add free-range chicken tenderloins on a grass-fed beef skirt. And then you can add whichever you like because the chicken tenderloins will be great for the curry, will be great for the tacos, and will be great for the salad bowl. But you can also use the grass-fed beef in the curry, in the tacos, and in the salad power bowl. And why did I write fresh salsa? Because I don't want you guys to be stuck into doing capsicum salsa. You can get creative. Do something else. If you can't find capsicums, if they are expensive, use corn. Do a corn salsa. A cucumber salsa, a tomato salsa, a mango salsa, a pineapple salsa, whichever flavor it works for you. And with the tahini sauce, you can do, if you don't like spicy, you don't need to do a chipotle tahini sauce. I'm just doing the chipotle because I'm going to do tacos tonight. But you could do a green tahini sauce, which is on my Instagram. I shared maybe a week or two ago. Great recipe, one of my favorite salad dressings. You can do a honey tahini, a maple tahini, you can do a turmeric tahini, a golden tahini, so many different things. What I really like everyone to practice is their intuition. It's changing things around and adjusting to your own taste, because what I like may not be what you like. In this way, you start to practice your intuition. So when you get this menu, don't be too stuck into it. If you don't want to do the green curry, do a panang curry, a yellow curry, a massaman curry, a red curry. There's so many options that you could be doing. If you don't want to do the tacos, you can do something else. You can turn things into a salad. Oh, Lucas, I don't want to do green curry. Fine, don't use the coconut. Just do a stir fry using the exactly same ingredients. This is something that I also teach in the Kitchen Hero program, how you can use the same ingredients, the same prep that you do, you can use for a curry, you can use for a stir fry, you can use for a salad. And that's the beauty of planning. Because, for example, tonight I have, like I said, 8 different ingredients, vegetables that we're going to use. And you should not use over 8 or 10 ingredients, 10 tops. If you have 6, 7 different ingredients in your menu, that's already enough to create a variety of meals that don't get boring, that are super fresh, that do taste delicious. So let's get started. I'm just gonna get my menu here into my, 1 second. Camila is gonna do the timer for me just to see if I can do it in less than 1 hour. And I am positive I will. All right, just gonna look my step by step. So what I'm gonna do first, roast my sweet potato. I already preheat my oven at 180. I will do my chicken tenderloins. I got them here ready to go. I might marinate them. I might just season them actually with a few ingredients: salt, pepper. Do you want smoked paprika tonight? Sure. Okay, smoked paprika. And it's gonna be a similar flavor to my beef skirt. Almost dropped the beef skirt here live. Amazing, you get the full entertainment tonight. So my beef skirt, like I said, it's already portioned and organized. When I got a bigger piece the other day, I went there and I bought the beef skirt. I bought a 2.5, 3 kilos packet. It's cheaper if you get from the butcher the whole packet. So I clean it off a little bit, remove the fatty bits, and then I marinate it. And then here it is, ready to go. And the marinade I use to help me keep fresh. I also have here a bit of paper towel I'm gonna use to wipe everything. Got my knife ready to go. So I will just align the edges of my knife. When you align the edges of your knife, I don't know if you guys know this, but always try to do the same angle here. Use a 20 to 25 degree angle. This way you align the edges of your knife. There's a full lesson inside the Kitchen Hero where I show everyone how to use and chop the knife like a pro. Okay, now everything is ready. I got my trays. I just want to show you guys here on the stove top that everything is prepared. I got my 1 pot here that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna start to heat it up. Camera there, you guys can see well. Yes, can see. It keeps sliding a little bit to the side, but let's do it. Let's see if we can stay there. Okay, my water for steaming. It's hot. And I got my trays here ready to go. I'm gonna move these things here around, put these ingredients at the back, get the camera back on me here. I'm gonna use this one here for the chopping. Let me make sure you guys got a good angle there. And then let's do this. I'm gonna leave my list here on the side. Oh, right there. I'm gonna actually lift my, oh, the camera is sliding. Okay. Right there. And I just wanna lift this so you guys can see. I got some rubber mats under my chopping board here to prevent it from sliding. Okay, so now let's get started. Camila, let's get the timer on, and then I'm gonna start cooking. Ready? All right, let's do this. I'm gonna start first roasting sweet potato. I'm gonna get all my sweet potato roasting in the oven. Just gonna quickly put aside here. There we go. Gonna bring it here in the bench so you guys can get to see the chopping also. So you see here, I will line my tray with baking paper. Very important. It's gonna make your life a lot easier when you are cleaning. So right there. Now let's chop my veggies. Cut the ends off. I'm gonna have a little bowl right next to me here, so I can put my rubbish in there as I am cutting. Now I'm just gonna line up the sweet potato, cut the ends off, trying to be mindful of keeping everything clean. I'm gonna cut into rounds like this. I will also use a food scraper to grab my veggies and put on the tray. It just makes my life a lot easier to have the right tools. That's one. I'm going to start with my sweet potato, and then I will move into my chicken. And after the chicken, I'm going to get the beef straight in there. I'm going to actually change the angle a little bit so you guys can see the claw technique that I like to do here. So my index finger, it's always guiding the knife in my fingers hide behind. I do have a band-aid here, but this is from hurting myself at jiu-jitsu the other day training martial arts. So don't worry, that's not a cut. Okay, sweet potato. Right there, ready to go. Now let's season it. A little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then first one straight in the oven. Now sweet potato is there. Let's get the meats going now. Baking paper. Same thing, I love using the baking paper because it's easier to clean. If you don't like using the baking paper, then you can do it straight into your baking tray. But make sure you add a good chunk of oil in there so it doesn't get dirty. Let's start with the beef. Just gonna place the beef into my trays. You could do this on the pan, but I'll just do it in here because there won't be any mess if I am doing it on the tray. I'm probably gonna cook it for about 15 minutes. Just gonna wash my hands. Get this here. A little towel, white towel. Okay, my beef straight in the oven. Now, next one, chicken. Jobs are getting done. Straight in the tray. Another one, chicken tenderloins. I'm going to show you guys here with the angle at the bottom. Just going to spread it around. I'll cook one side. Halfway through, we can flip them around. I'm going to do the same with the beef. Don't worry about the sweet potato, but with the chicken, let's do that. Let's cook both sides. Again, I'm doing it at 180 degrees, so a bit of pepper. Little bit of pepper. Little bit of salt. Also have here a bit of smoked paprika. There we go. And let me just see here if I got a bit of oregano, maybe. Maybe here. Yes, I got actually cumin. Let's do a bit of cumin in there as well. Give that Mexican flavor, because I'm gonna be doing tacos. I'm gonna do a salad bowl. Why not do a bit of a Mexican flavor? Right there. And actually, I'm gonna, this improvise last minute here, I'm also gonna zest a little bit of lemon on top. Lemon zest to give a bit of a zesty flavor into it. There's a really nice, 3 really nice marinades. Probably some of you guys came across me by looking at the 3 chicken marinades video on Instagram that I shared. So this is a very similar version. Now this can go here. All right, let's get this one into the oven. Later, I'll just want to flip it. I can add a bit more salt in the other side, but this is going to get very flavorsome. So step 1 out of the way. Let's now chop the onions. Rubbish, I got my rubbish down here. Getting all the things out of the way as we go. My dishwasher is empty and ready to go. Let's do it. Now, onions. Let's chop my onions. So now that I'm chopping my onions, I'm gonna peel all of them at once. I'll chop the ones for the curry first, and then after I'll get everything for my salsa. I'll chop the onions. I'll prepare the green beans. I'll prepare the broccolini and the snow peas, and then I'm gonna start cooking the curry. Once I cook the curry, I'm going to steam the veggies for the salad, the green beans and snow peas. My water is already there, ready to go. And then I'll chop my cabbage for the salad and the tacos, prep the capsicum salsa, make the tahini sauce, and we are away. I won't talk too much because I'm going to shoot myself in the foot if I do that. Oops, wrong camera. Let's do here, but I want to make this as quick as possible. So you guys see that even when teaching, doing a cooking lesson is still possible to cook very efficiently. There we go. Let's peel the onions. Hope they are not too strong. I don't want to cry live here in the live session. It happened before in one of the lives for the Kitchen Hero program that I was actually crying, but that's all right. Men chefs also have feelings. Just gonna do this here. Bring the camera in here again, so guys not just seeing the peeling the onions. I can look at the comments here right next to me. Food scraper, yes, Jane, the fruit scraper. It's a game changer tool. One of my favorite tools in the kitchen. Just gonna peel it very quick, my onions here. I'm gonna do 3 onions. I'm probably not gonna need all of them, but I'm just gonna peel them and make a bigger salsa, because if I have a bigger salsa, it's gonna last for 3-4 days. Then I can add into my other meals. I can also use my capsicum salsa into my eggs in the morning. And also, guys, this week, keep an eye on my Instagram, because I will be plating up those meals. So tonight I'm gonna cook them, and then as I eat them throughout the week with Camila, I will plate them up, and then you guys can see how I put them on the plate, how I make the plate looks nice. And this way, you know everything from planning, preparing, cooking, and also plating up your meals. Now, let's move the camera here. Let's chop these onions. Same thing, I'm gonna apply the claw technique so I don't cut myself. And yes, I'm chopping fast, but you guys can all learn to chop like this eventually. You just need practice. That's my onion here, ready for my curry. Just gonna get a little plate. I like to use little plates to put my prep, everything that is prepared in there. So I'm gonna chop my onions in here. Then I'm gonna start with my green beans and then broccolini. So this will be my onions for the curry. I'm gonna set aside. After, I'm gonna finish it off with the other onions. Now let's get my green beans. I wanna show you guys how I like to prepare the green beans. I'm gonna put this in the side here. Up there, so it's not on the way. And then let's go for the green beans. This is a lot of green beans today came on my veggie box. Now, here, I'm gonna get another plate, get the blue one, put on the side, and then I'll show you guys on the camera down here how to top and tail the green beans. All in there, right here. Now, this is how I like to top and tail. Top and tail means remove both ends of the green beans. So right here, I'm just gonna line them. Yes, you can do one by one with a knife, but I just like to do this. Go here, cut a little bit. All these veggie scraps I'm saving here, I can use for a veggie stock. So I put this aside, flip them around. So I can use my onion skin, the green beans offcuts. Everything can go into my veggie stock. It's a great way to use the leftovers. You can compost, you can feed the chickens, you can do whatever you want. Here, a few more. I like to line them up like this. Flip it around, same thing on the other side. Straighten my bowl here, almost there. More than halfway through with the green beans. Here. Okay, this is getting hot. Now, as soon as I finish the green beans, I'm gonna chuck some oil in my pot and I will start my curry. The curry is gonna be super quick because I'm already doing the meat in the oven. Right there, last ones, right here. Top and tail, flip it around. Same thing, line them up. If one is bigger, the other is smaller, doesn't matter. We're just trying to be quick in here. There's one bit I'm gonna cut off. This can set aside. Okay, now I'm gonna start to cook my curry. Then my pot is hot. Little bit of olive oil. Definitely hot. I'm gonna bring it there. Chuck my onions. Bring it to low. I'm gonna get this one here. Move it around. Here, cook a little bit my onions. What I'll do now, I'll add, chop my broccolini right here. So I'm gonna cut the ends off, straight in there. Now I'm gonna do 1.5 broccolini for the curry, and I will do 1.5 for the steaming. Move my rubbers. I always like to keep these rubbers. They're always handy. Now here 1.5. Here 1.5. For the curry, I will just cut them a little bit so I have more pieces. So this can go straight into my curry. Use now my food scraper to bring it there. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil. Bring it to medium heat. I'm gonna also add for my steamer. Move the camera there. I'm gonna start to steam my broccolini. That will go for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna get my lid on top. I'm gonna block on top here that I'm gonna keep an eye. And I will add half of my green beans into the curry. You can cut them in half if you like. I like to have them a little bit bigger. Just they hold better if they're bigger. My pot's very hot. That's good. It's gonna give them a little cook. Bit of oil. When I add my curry paste, I always like to buy the curry paste. There's a lot of good curry paste in the market. Save a lot of time. These 2 tablespoons that I'm gonna use. gonna bring my heat into low now. And I'm gonna add my coconut in there. I'm gonna add 3 cans of coconut. Here, right there. Oh, sabotage. I'm gonna get another can of coconut because this one here broke. Okay, glad I have a spare one. I'm gonna bring to low heat and I will add, I'm gonna move the camera there so you guys can see. Add my coconut. A lot of people always ask what's my favorite brand of curry paste. I love the Church Farm curry paste. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's delicious. It's a local curry paste from Byron, but today I'm using the I Am brand, which is also nice. There's no many nasties in there. And I'm using the coconut cream. This is organic coconut cream from Macro. Put all your coconut in there. Now this is almost ready. My green beans will be ready soon. I'm gonna add the third one. That's curry. Now, one important thing, guys, about the meal prep. Let's just finish this one here. Okay, other side. Just gonna mix it. Low heat. I'm just gonna let it cook a little bit. Okay. One very important thing, guys, with the meal prep, when you're cooking your meal prep, because you know you're gonna reheat later, don't cook all the way through. I'm gonna leave my veggies on the curry a little bit under, because they're gonna cook more when I'm reheating them. Same thing with stir fries with all the veggies that you prepare. 1 minute to go on my steamed broccolini, because when you reheat your veggies, it's gonna cook a bit further as well. Same with rice, all prepared meals, little bit under, maybe 5-10% under, so you can reheat them. Curry, almost there. Sweet potato for the curry, I'm just gonna add the sweet potato. There is roasting in there. Sweet potato for the salad, for the tacos, it's all in there already. So we're already done. My curry, pretty much, I just have to add my snow peas. With the snow peas, how to prepare them? Right here. Just pull on the side and then down. Pull the end bit and then down. I usually do this when my veggie box comes, so everything is ready to go. So I already did pretty much all the snow peas. I'm just doing these ones here. I saved some to show you guys how to do it. It's a little bit smoky here from the curry, but let's do it because I didn't want to turn the fan on so you guys don't hear the noise of the fan. Now, I'm gonna add a handful of snow peas in my curry. The broccolini is pretty much ready. And what I'll do now, I will just turn off the curry now, because I bring it to boil the coconut. It did boil, it's super hot now. If I turn off and leave on my burner, it will be just slightly undercooked when I finish. And then when I reheat, it will be ready. Curry ready, I just have to add my sweet potato once it's roasted. Broccolini, let's get out of there. For the broccolini, what I'll do, I will add into a bowl. Cover in cold water, and I'm gonna add a little bit of ice water. This is called blanching. It's one of the very popular cooking methods I like to use when I am cooking For my meal prep, blanching is a great cooking method. You can blanch things and freeze them. Use for salads, use for a lot of things. So it's going to stop for cooking. What you do, you apply some heat from the steam, and then you just remove it after 3 minutes, put in a bowl with cold water, and it's going to stop cooking. Now, the remaining green beans, straight into my steamer. Lid on, another 3 minutes. Now, this plate, dishwasher, I won't need it anymore. Straight there. So I'm cleaning as I go so I don't have a mess at the end. I'm gonna pull my cabbage, this aside. I also have here, ready to go, my green beans, my snow peas, sorry, for steaming as well. I'm just gonna leave here with a piece of paper on the side. And I'll do that very, very shortly. I'm gonna put this away here. Also, my other plate, I'm gonna save it aside here. Right there, my spoon. I won't need any more. Now, I'll just add into my curry a little bit of salt. I always like to go under on salt for meal prep, especially for my clients, because they can add more salt if they like. Everyone is different in terms of salt. Okay, my veggies here are all cooked. I can pull my pot into the back. That's done. Curry ready. Chopped onions, green beans, broccolini, prep snow peas, all done. Roasted sweet potato, chicken and beef in the oven. Cook curry with onion, broccolini. Add the coconut, bring to boil. Add the snow peas, turn off. Done. Steamed veggies, green beans is on. Snow peas is next. Now, I'll chop my cabbage for the salads and for the tacos. Just gonna close my dishwasher now. Capsicum is right here. Let's bring the camera down to the bench. All right. Right here. Boom. The cabbage yields a lot. So what I'll do, I'll start with a quarter. Cut in half. Remove the core. All these veggies here I can use for a veggie stock. Saving everything here, cleaning up as I go so I don't have a mess to clean up at the end. Now let's chop this. I like to remove the two softer leaves that are outside. Then I cut once again in half. Flatten, always important. Don't cut it like this. Cut it flat so you will not slip. And then apply the same technique, claw technique. Index finger will guide my knife. Then very fine, so you have a nice texture. Okay, that's it. So this one, I will place straight into a container because this one will be for my tacos. And now I will do the other one, and I will save that one for my next prep job. This one will be for my salad. Same thing, right there. My steamed greens is almost ready. Now here. There we go. Cabbage ready, but first let's check on the stove top here. Just gonna remove, I have a strainer for my broccoli in here. So I'm gonna get this out of the way. So I make room for the green beans. They also ready. Now, let's keep steaming. Here's my snow peas. Straight in there. Oop, little leaf there, and then back in there. Again, my cold water in there to stop the veggies from cooking. Now, just gonna put away the remaining cabbage right here. Right there is my tool. Okay, cleaning my chopping board. That's it. This here will be for my salad. Maybe I'll just chop a little bit more and put it away. Let's chop a little bit more to fill up that container so I don't have to worry throughout the week. Bring camera down. Okay, this should be plenty. Food scraper, best tool in the kitchen. Helps clean my chopping board, and then done. So that one is out of the way too. Put up here. Got my avocados there. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. Okay, now next, chopped cabbage done. For tacos, now let's prepare the capsicum salsa. Got a little bowl here for my capsicum salsa. I'm gonna do diced onions. I'm also gonna do the capsicum, red capsicum in there. I got a couple here of red capsicums. And I'm gonna add some apple cider vinegar, olive oil, salt, pepper. You can add chili flakes, chili, make it spice, make it however you like. Let's go here on the bench. Chop my onion. I'm just gonna go one across like this. And then I'll make sure the core holds everything together. Go very fine. That's it. Give you one across like this. Right there. Then here. One more. I'm gonna do a whole onion. You can cut one across or not, however you like it. I like a small texture because it feels good when you're eating in a small texture, bites, just feels better. Okay, that's it. Now, right here into my bowl. Actually, I'm gonna do in this glass bowl so you guys can see what it looks like inside. Once I mix it, that's it. Almost there. Now, let's onion there. Let's go capsicum. Okay, right there. Just gonna remove the seed. Actually, this capsicum is pretty big. One might be enough. Just gonna cut across first. Are you guys timing? How is the timer going? I'll check with Camila here how the timer is going. Okay, we are on 28 minutes for the meal prep. I think we'll definitely do it in less than 1 hour, huh? Okay, that's it. Now, I'm just gonna cut this. I'm actually gonna cut in the middle, bring it around here. So I don't have to do too many cuts. It's gonna be quicker. Right there, and then hold everything together. And then just like that. You guys can see there's good angle. Hope everyone can see it. Just gonna chop very fine. And then after, we can just do a few cuts over the top. That's it. I'm actually gonna use the two. Okay, right here, I'm gonna check your comments in a tick. Just gonna get this capsicum out of the way. Sushi, do you find flavor capsicum has more long capsicum? The long capsicum has more flavor than the round one. Look, I feel that it does actually sometimes. It's a little bit more expensive, the long capsicum. It came on my veg box today. And I had the other red capsicum already from another day. And I do think that the long one is more flavorsome, but it also depends if it's on season, where it comes from, because a lot of times the veggies sit at Woolies and Coles for so long that they almost don't have flavor left on them. So it depends where they come from and how long they've been on storage. Here, you can use my knife as well if you don't want to use the food scraper. I'm going to chop this one as well. Now, with the salsa, add whatever herbs you guys have at home. I actually had some spring onions left over from yesterday's dinner. So I'm going to add a little bit of the spring onion. I have some coriander that I'm going to add as well to my meals right at the end. Not now, because if they're hot, they might go too soggy. Okay, now I'm going to get my green beans out of here. Broccoli, it's ready. So I'm going to straight in a container, ready to go. Put aside here. I'm going to show all of this to you guys later. My broccoli, my green beans. Just going to have them on the sink there. Ready. Snow pizza ready. Right there. Let it cool down. I can turn off my steamer. This can go straight into the dishwasher. I'm going to let this cool down. Move it aside. Curry, it's ready, looking good. I'm gonna show you guys from over the top. My curry, it's right there, ready to go, not overcooked, still looking pretty bright. Now I'm gonna quickly check on my veggies in the oven. So I get a comb here, a towel. Let's see. I'll show you guys how they're looking here. My steak released a fair bit of liquid right there. I'm just going to get rid of a little bit of this liquid. And I'm going to flip it around a little bit just to get some color. And it is ready. Just another couple of minutes on this side. I'm going to do well done because Camila is pregnant and I want to make sure that that meat is cooked. Look, sweet potato, finger in there. It's already cooked. I'm going to put it on the side here. Actually, right at the back, or even better, I'm going to put here on top of this, and this can come here. This one goes off. That one can go there. Let's check the chicken now. My chicken is also almost there. Released a little bit of liquid, as they do. And I'm just going to flip it to the other side. And I'm going to quickly season this other side of the chicken as well. This way there's not much oil in there. It'll be healthier. You can poach your chicken, you can steam your chicken, you can pan fry your chicken. Today I'm doing all in the oven to avoid the mess. So right there, I'm gonna bring it actually on top here so you guys can see it. Right here. And I will just quickly season my chicken and then it will be ready. Pretty much ready. Just for a bit of color on this side. Let's break one actually. See, it's cooked like 2 minutes away. That's it. Get into the oven for another minute or two. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just turn off my oven because everything in there is cooked. It just needs 1 minute or two on the chicken, just in the other side. So I turn it off, it's pretty hot. It doesn't need to apply any more heat. I don't want to overcook everything. Obviously, I want my chicken to be fully cooked, but you don't want it to be dry as well. Now, here, back in the bench, chop my salsa. And if you guys like rice, you can cook rice. Because I'm doing the sweet potatoes, I didn't do any rice today. We try to go low on the carbs, so I'm just going to do sweet potato instead of doing the rice. Now, here, my salsa. Soup looks super fresh. I'm adding a little bit of salt to it. Olive oil. Good dash, probably like 2 tablespoons. 1 or 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. When I add some pepper. Okay, here. Gonna do a bit of lemon in there. Got my little jug here to squeeze my lemon. One, 2. I'm gonna use half or just under half of the liquid for the sauce, and the rest I'll save for my chipotle. I'm just gonna add this here. Little bit. Gonna mix it with a spoon. Like I said, I had some spring onions already chopped, so I'm gonna add in there for color. Straight into the dishwasher, cleaning as I go. My snow peas almost there. This can all actually go in the dishwasher. My steamer in there, cleaning as I go. My water can go away. Pot can go straight in there. Containers. I won't have much to wash at the end. Tidy it up by organizing everything as we go. That's the key. My salsa. I'm gonna get some coriander on the fridge. I had some. Not in here. I thought I had some coriander. Maybe I did put in the other fridge. No coriander. Okay. The herbs, anyway, the herbs are a good thing to add after when the meal cool down. If I add the coriander into my curry now, it's gonna be very, very soggy. So this is my tomato sauce. It's gonna go on my salad. It's gonna go, let me put actually this one here. It's gonna go on my salad. It's gonna go into my tacos. Can add to my breakfast. So I'm gonna put it on the side here. Now, I had some onions extra here. So I'm just gonna do a little extra thing here so you guys can see. I'm just gonna chop it. Like that. Slice it across. And then thinly sliced. Just so it doesn't need to sit on the fridge. It's ready to use for something. I'm gonna cut the cord off here. And I will add into a jar. So I've got a jar here. Just gonna add this onion there. This is almost like a pickled onion, but we're not gonna heat up the pickle. Just gonna add in here. It takes a minute. And I'm gonna add some apple cider vinegar, bit of olive oil, and salt and pepper. This is gonna be like a pickled onions. A little bit of apple cider vinegar. Okay. A little bit of salt. Right there. Just gonna get a lid. Pepper. That's it. Put it aside. Bring the camera back in here. Put the lid on. Shake it. And then ready. There you go. That's a pickled onion you can use in your tacos, in your salad, on anything. I'm gonna set this one aside. I also have here all my avocados to go. And now the last job. I'm gonna make the smoked paprika tahini that I'm gonna add in here. So, the chipotle tahini. So I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of tahini. Straight in there. Make a mess. Put this aside. And clean up my food scraper. Put aside. I'm actually gonna get rid of this plate here as well. Into the dishwasher. Got my chipotle. Chipotle is a smoked chili. It's the La Morena brand that I'm using. I'm just gonna add this is like a tablespoon. It's pretty strong. So start easy and then you can adjust. I'm gonna use some honey, lovely honey. If you ever in Byron Bay Blue honey, so good. My friend Vicky, she does from her home in Cooper Shoot. So I'm gonna add a couple of teaspoons. And when you're doing a chili sauce, if it is too strong, too chili, add honey to it because it's gonna help reducing the intensity of that chili. Just gonna wipe it here, made a little bit of a mess, not too much. Okay, a bit of salt. You guys can see from there. Tahini. I'll put my things aside here. My curry paste. Go. Put everything aside, keeping all tidy, organized. Right there, salt, pepper, paste, everything, always wiping. I also have here little chucks that I can use to wipe everything. And I'm not just cooking. See, it's like the beauty of getting organized and cleaning as you go is that at the end, I'll have nothing to wash. Now get rid of this spoon. I'm gonna bring the camera in here so you guys can see the sauce getting ready. And let's put a little bit of olive oil there, about quarter of a cup. And this we can adjust. Now I'm gonna add the remaining lemon juice. All in there. I'll get my stick blender. One of my favorite tools in the kitchen. This can go as well. Put it there. Now before I do that, just gonna put away my green beans. And there we go. Right here, got my avocados. I'm actually gonna put the avocados in here just so they get out of the way. Don't waste too much time because I'm on the clock here, but I think we have plenty of time. I'm gonna do this super quick. Get my prep down here so you guys can see it in a minute. Everything is happening. My scraper can go, my knife, and I'm just gonna use the stick blender. I'm gonna bring the camera down here. And then I'm gonna add some water. I'm actually gonna get my lemon jug. And I will add the water slowly. Bring in here. And then adjust the consistency that you like. A bit more water. When I use this dressing for the tacos. And for the salad, a little bit more water. I'm gonna use 1 cup of water. A bit more, and then I'll have about 2 cups of dressing. Okay, that's my dressing done. You can adjust however you like. I like my tahini to be a little bit thicker because I'm going to add to the tacos. But you can do it thinner. You can do it however you like it. That's not a problem. Now, just quickly, I'm going to strain here my snow peas. I'm going to get my tahini dressing into a jar. Maybe 2 jars right there. Whoop. Actually, it will fit in one jar. I thought the jar was smaller. Now, another tip, when you finish a sauce or avocados or anything, make sure you use a food scraper to scrape it around so you don't waste all of that beautiful sauce that is in there. I'm gonna go to the comments right now in a second. Just gonna finish it off this because it's the last job that we have to do for our meal prep. I'm gonna put my things in the dishwasher here. Also, I'm gonna put away my snow peas. I'm gonna take out my things on the oven. Everything is coming together. Right there. Wash everything, clean as you go. As you guys can see, it doesn't take too long. If you have a dishwasher at home, killing it. That's it. That's ready. Aside. Boom, boom. Sweet potato. Get my things out of the oven. Steak looks beautiful. Put straight into one of these. That's it. Well done. Right there. Get these out of the way. A little bit hot. Not too hot because I already turned off. I'm gonna get my chicken. That will be ready in another container. I'm actually bring it here so you guys can see it on top. And that will be it, guys. I'm just gonna put this chicken away and I'm gonna check the timer, but the meal prep is ready. Everything cooked. All the jobs are done. I'm gonna ask Camila to stop the timer and let's see how long it took. Get this here. All right, so guys, ready. We have cooked tonight tahini dressing, salsa, also have cabbage, green beans, broccolini, snow peas for my salads to go with rocket. Right here, I got my curry. I'm gonna wait until it cool down a little bit. I'm gonna put it straight into here. If you think that your veggies are already too cooked, remove it straight away from the pot because it will keep on cooking there. Now, I also have sweet potato, enough to add into my curry, to add into my salad bowls, and to add into my tacos as well. I got chicken right there. I got beef ready. I got enough food for Camila and I for 3 days, lunches and dinners. And it took us 46 minutes. That's with me talking through, guiding you through the lesson, stopping, washing everything, putting a few things away. That's how long you can take to cook meals for 3 days. It's super quick, super simple, super easy. 7 steps on this menu here. You guys gonna have this menu ready to go in your email and in your VIP group. I also did the extra onions in here. So the cooking is pretty much done. Now we just have to make sure we let it cool down. The kitchen, everything is pretty much clean. All I have to clean up is my knife, my chopping board, and these pots here. It's all organized, tidy. My rubbish, I kept things that I'm gonna use for my veggie stock. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Tomorrow I can do the veggie stock. I'm not gonna do it now because I don't wanna be wasting time in here doing the veggie stock. I'm just gonna bring this here so you guys can see me here. So I'm not gonna waste the time now to do the veg stock because it's gonna take a lot longer. But let me just quickly have a look into your comments. Sushi, how long will the dressing last when made? The dressing will last for about a week. Probably last longer, but I prefer to eat within 6 days, 7 days. It depends on a lot of factors. It's gonna be airtight. You're not gonna double dip. Have you done with clean hands? All those details will play a massive role in making sure your food will last longer. Beck, I think there's 4 minutes left. Pressure's on. Do you always use washed and dry jars, or do you use sterilized ones? Look, I always use washed and dry jars. I wash them on the dishwasher. They come out super hot. I never had any trouble with it. Awesome effort. Awesome. Nice. Feeling inspired. That's my goal, to make sure you guys are inspired to cook these things on the weekend. Ingrid, I found this very helpful. Thank you. Pleasure. Nice. Jane, I would happily do this twice a week. Simone, how you doing? This curry is on my list for next week. Guys, this is awesome. I'm so happy that this is valuable to you guys. This is just a little show of what's possible with meal prep. It doesn't take long. It's quicker than you think. You're just gonna have to be organized. And I know that sometimes when we do the masterclass, it's a lot of information, a lot of things to absorb, to think, and sometimes to put things into practice may be a little bit tricky, maybe hard to implement everything, the systems. And also today, I just give you guys everything on a nutshell. Like, doesn't matter how long I spend here on the masterclass, if I spend 3 hours, 4 hours showing you guys everything, still nothing is gonna be like what's inside the Kitchen Hero program, for example, where everything is compact in one platform. All the lessons in there, all the knowledge that I have been practicing on meal prep with my clients and other students, all in one place. But I know, like I said, it can be hard, but would it be helpful to you guys to have my help, my support on your journey cooking? Let me know in the comments here if you guys would be happy with my support, with me guiding you to cook more from home, to give you new ideas all the time, so you don't have to be looking for those ideas, to give you the menus ready to go with the shopping lists, with the plans, with the step-by-step order, everything in one place. Would this be helpful to you guys? And would you like to see a little bit about what's inside the Kitchen Hero program? Is that okay if I show you guys what's inside the program? Let me know in the comments here. Susan, absolutely, would be gold. New ideas are always welcome. Awesome. Christine, yes, please. This is great, guys. Nicole, yes. All right, guys. Cassiano, shit, yeah, nice. A few boys have been joining the Kitchen Hero program lately. And I must say, like Gordon, for example, when they put their mind into it, they become as good cooks as the ladies. And there's nothing wrong with guys also cooking. You're not just doing the whole thing, but helping each other. Like Camila and I, we help each other so much in every task of the home. I try to take over the cooking so she can relax, especially now that she's waiting the baby. I know how to do it. So I like to have it ready, but it's also a great way to connect with people, to connect with your partner, to be cooking, to share tasks, so the pressure is not always on one person, because it can be hard when you are always cooking there from home. Sorry, one question here. Jody, for the tacos, it's the salsa, the sweet potato, the beef, the chicken, and I have the tortillas right here. So I don't have to put the tacos together, but I do have the tortillas, and tomorrow I just have to build them up. So what I mean before, what I'm gonna do in the next few days, guys, keep an eye on my Instagram, because I will plate up those dishes daily. tomorrow when Camila and I have lunch, I'm gonna plate up one. When we have dinner, I'm gonna plate up another one. If we have the time tonight, I'm gonna take a photo and post as well so you guys can see what it looks like. But let me show you what's inside the Kitchen Hero program. Cooking is a life skill that anyone can learn, like I said, and that's why I created this cooking mentorship, so I can help people to eat well every day and spend less time in the kitchen, save money, have more time to do the things that you love and not being stuck in the kitchen all the time. Be out there having fun with your family, with your friends, so you can have the time for yourself. Now, I know that some people might say I don't have time to stop and cook, but I will show you inside the program how you can cook in very little time. Some people might think that only real chefs can cook like this. That's wrong. I once was not a chef, and cooking from home is different from a restaurant environment. Anyone can learn those things. I don't have the money now. Yes, it's a very difficult time for everyone now. Everyone is suffering a bit with the cost of living, and that's why I have prepared a very special opportunity tonight for everyone that if it makes sense to you, for you to join the Kitchen Hero program. So I guarantee that it's going to be something that it's super affordable, and after you start to apply everything, you get your money back in a month, because you're going to be saving money and having your time back. I don't have time to take a course. That's okay, because you get 12 months to do the whole course. You get my full support for 12 months. I can cook, but need ideas? No problem. Inside the Kitchen Hero program, you have access to over 50 recipes, lots of ideas. There's already 10 menus, and there's going to be more menus getting uploaded all the way through. I have restructured the program. This is the first time that we're going to do on a new structure. I have done 3 groups of students. I have over 65 students already in the program in the first groups, and they taught me so much. They helped me to improve the program, and I am always trying to improve myself as well. So don't worry, because ideas, if you need ideas, that's my number one goal to address inside the Kitchen Hero program. Now, eat well every day and spend less time in the kitchen. How? With the Kitchen Hero program 12-month access. In there, you're going to have 7 modules, 38 lessons. That's over 10 hours of recorded lessons, from basic knife skills and food storage to different types of breakfast, healthy snacks, lunches, dinners, a lot of different things. And I keep on adding things as the program evolves. There are 7 different modules, from intro, know where to start, the basic that works, where you learn all the basic skills to become more intuitive with your cooking, more time for you, how to make one-pan meals, for example, that is going to save you a lot of time. Healthy and delicious, where you're going to learn how to do breakfast and healthy snacks, granolas, energy balls, things that will give you the energy to start the day and make sure you are eating healthy and delicious meals. Step up your game, where there's a variety of different types of meals. Exactly what I said when I plan the different types of meals: saucy meals, light meals, salads, slow cooked meats. We do everything in the Kitchen Hero program. Those lessons go for 15, 20, 30 minutes. There are some lessons in there that go for 1.5 to 2 hours as well. When we do the full 5-day menu, today we did the 3-day menu. Inside the program, we do 5-day menus, and some of the lessons go for about 2 hours, and you get all those menus too. Module 7, you in control of the food. That's when you meal prepping. That's when you really start to take control of your food. So you get 12 monthly live sessions with Q&A. The program has evolved. Before, it used to be 4 live sessions. Now we're going to do 12 throughout the program. So everyone is going to be able to join 12 live sessions. We're going to talk about different things on every live sessions, and you guys going to help me decide what we're going to do. So I'm going to organize the sessions, give you some options, and you guys choose what we should do first. This way, You guys guide me for what's your main needs, what you want to learn first, and then we keep evolving the classes in there together. So you're going to have 12 live sessions with Q&A. Those sessions, they all recorded. So if you can't make live, you can watch on your own time. So you have 38 lessons already recorded plus 12 monthly live sessions. So that's total of 50 lessons already, all in there. You have 8 weekly menu plans already ready to go. 2 of them, we cook them into recorded sessions. They are already inside the program. 2 of them we're going to do live, and those are the long lessons, 1.5 to 2 hours. So today we did 3 days of meals in 45 minutes. Inside the program, we do 5 days in about 1.5 hours. And in there, I'm not racing so much like I was here. Obviously, today, I wanted to do it quick so everyone stays until the end to watch the whole lesson. I don't want to take much of your guys' time, but inside the program, we go in much more detail for those lessons. And I'm going to add new menus for every season: summer, spring, winter, autumn. And when we do those menus, you guys also be able to contribute with what you like, what you don't like. If there's something in particular, a diet that you have, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, vegetarian, I will personally help you adjust those menus so you are cooking meals that you enjoy, that are meeting your dietary requirements. There's a bonus that I'm going to give to you guys as well. If you sign up for the Kitchen Hero program, you get the Together course. It's an immersion of 1 hour and 50 minutes where I show you how to prepare a dinner to impress your guests with 3 starters, 2 mains, 3 or 4 sides, a cup of sauces. All of that comes with an ebook and also a step-by-step shopping list, exactly what you have to do to cook the full dinner. Some beautiful dishes in there like the scallops, the grilled halloumi, the kale apple sweet potato salad, the heirloom tomato salad, the beef brisket. Those are all dishes that I cook on my private events. So when I cook on my private events, that's what I'm cooking. So you guys will be able to learn what I cook for my clients on micro weddings, on dinners, on long lunches, for every occasion. And I guarantee that you guys are going to be able to cook just like a private chef. That's not a problem. Anyone can do it. Now, that's an extra bonus on top of that. The first 5 to enroll will get a 30-minute private session on Zoom with me to help you with your challenge and refresh your ideas. We're going to do a one-on-one, and I'm going to help you create a menu, answer any questions you have. So this is going to be just you and me live on Zoom, the first 5 to enroll tonight. So the first 15 will be able to jump on a private Zoom session, a private group. So it'll be a group session where we're going to cook dinner for 2. We have done this before, and we're going to do a starter, a main, and a dessert that you guys going to choose as well. You guys going to vote. So the first 5 get a private session on Zoom to answer all your questions, design a menu, talk about your challenge, and I'm going to help you in there. And the first 15 will be able to join a live group session where you guys going to get the list before the session with the shopping list, the step-by-step. You're going to buy the ingredients, and we're going to cook on Zoom this way. If you don't want to cook live, that's okay. But last time the students did cook, and they show me the plates. I was talking to them. They were talking to me. We see each other on those Zoom sessions. The other Zoom sessions we'll be doing on YouTube. Sorry, the other live sessions, the 12 monthly live sessions we'll do on YouTube. This one here is a special one. For the first 15, we'll do it on Zoom. So we're going to be able to see each other and connect in there. I really like to connect with my students. Some of my students that are here on the live tonight, like Simone, Gordon, Martina, Cassiano, they all been through the program, and we all talk till today. I love connecting with all of you guys. Now, here's what's included. In a nutshell, 7 modules, 38 lessons, 10 hours, plus of recorded lessons, 12 monthly live sessions, 8 weekly menu plans. There will be bonus, new menus for every season. an exclusive Facebook group with daily support for members. You guys can interact in there. The last group of members was very active. They even asked me to keep the program for them, the group open for them, and there will be a bonus together course plus ebook. Now, for the previous Kitchen Hero students that are on the live session today, keep an eye on the group there, because I'm gonna send something for you guys. You guys gonna be able to join this program here until the end of the year. I want you guys back in there so we can still be connected, and you guys gonna be able to run until Christmas and watch the next live sessions. This is gonna be a gift to all the previous students at the Kitchen Hero program, because I am remodeling the program to make it better. So you guys gonna be able to join the program with the new students coming on board now. So there's 3 bonus in here: the new menus, the exclusive Facebook group, and the Together course plus ebook. Now, if I were to charge for all of this, obviously it would be a lot more than you guys wanna pay for the course. The value, total value added, if I were to charge by hourly rate, would be at least $1,500 for this program. But I know that this is way too high to learn how to cook, and I don't want to charge you guys that much. I want to make it accessible for everyone, so everyone can be a part of the program. So the deal that I had, the value, the cost of this program is $247. Now, I know that last time when we did the Kitchen Hero program, a lot of people said that they would buy it in the future, that it's very tough conditions now, that it's very hard for everyone to go to afford the cost of living. So I'm gonna do one special bonus on top of this $247 cost. I'm gonna do it until Wednesday, because on Wednesday night, I'm gonna do the welcome live with the new students. So on Wednesday night, we're gonna do a welcome live. If you can't make it, it will be recorded. We're just gonna talk there, and I'm gonna introduce you guys to the program. So from $247, I would like to offer you guys, for you guys that join the program, this is gonna be for a limited time only, a special discount of $50 on top of that. So for the whole program, it's going to be 12-month access for $197. And if you cannot do the $197 straight away, you can pay in 2 installments. This is slightly more. I think it's $220 for the installment, because there's a fee on the platform that we use, the Hotmart platform, but it will be 2 installments of $110. So it's $197 to have my full support for 12 months with 12 monthly live sessions. You're going to have my support. You're going to be able to ask all your questions in there. And it's not that you're just going to get some emails or messages. My goal is to grow this program. I want to go from 65 students to 1,000 eventually. So I will be dedicating myself to help you guys cook, because the only way to get more students on board is by you guys succeeding. And you guys could see probably in the comments here, some of my students saying, like Gordon Hero here, that became a hero, that can generally say it's a great course and learn so much. There's a lot of people who joined my program here, like Sonia as well, who was in the course with me. She did the Zoom session with her husband, Tom, and she also knew how to cook already. She's a great cook, but I'm sure she learned some new things in there. There's one person here asking if we take PayPal, Camila. Do we do PayPal? I'm not sure if we do PayPal, but Linda, don't worry. If there is no PayPal option on the link that I'm going to share with you guys now, don't worry. I'm going to work something out. Also, if you think that the Kitchen Hero program, okay, there is PayPal here, Camille is saying. If you think the Kitchen Hero program, it's not for you, you have 14 days to ask your money back. You send me an email, you send me a message on Instagram, I'll send you the money back, no questions asked. I don't want anyone's money if they don't want to be part of the program. I just want people in there who are happy. But you have 14 days to join the program, to have a look at it. If you don't like it, you can get out. That's not a problem. I'm not going to ask any questions, but I would love you to be on board because I am sure that this will change the way you think about home cooking and will also help you eat well and spend less time in the kitchen. So I'm going to share here the QR code, and Camila will also share the link into the comments here for you guys to sign up. It would be my absolute pleasure to have you guys on board on the program. I'm going to give you my support. There is not a problem. You can ask questions. There's no dumb question as well. Everyone is on different levels. If you know a lot, if you know a little, doesn't matter. We're going to go through the program. You're going to learn the basics. You're going to evolve through the program. You're going to leave this program inspired. You're going to leave this program with new ideas, and you will be saving money, saving time, and improving your health. Sushi, the 2 payments are over how long a period, please? That's in 2 months, Sushi. So it's 2 payments, not 2 weeks. It's monthly. Yeah. So you pay the first one, and then 30 days later, you pay the second installment in there. It's all through the platform. It's pretty straightforward in there. We use the Hotmart platform. If anyone thinks that it's hard to deal with the tech, with different platforms, don't worry. Camila and I can guide you through that, how to access the program. Like Martina is saying here, it's only $16 per month. Great value for money. That's for sure. Linda is saying with PayPal, you can do 4 payments, 1 payment every 4th night and no extra charge to you. That's good to know. Camila and I are going to actually dig into that and try to work it out how we can do it. But guys, send me any questions that you guys have in here about the program, about cooking, anything that you would like to know. I'm also going to leave this thing here, banners. I'm just going to, how do I add the QR code there? The little, oh, okay. All right, so the QR code is here to sign up for the course, and the link is also on the comments. Camila, maybe, Oh, it's pinned at the top or where? On YouTube. So the link will be on YouTube. Maybe share again on the comments now so it's back in there so people can see. And on WhatsApp, I'm going to share on WhatsApp. I'm going to share via email too, how you guys can get the link and join the program. I'm going to be doing this deal for a few days. I'm also going to leave it on a replay for people to watch over the weekend. We had 1,100 people sign up and only 200 showed up for the masterclass, because some are in the US, some in the UK, some in Canada. So the replay will be on until Sunday, I believe, or maybe Monday or Tuesday. Let's see if people ask me to leave a bit longer. But by Wednesday night, we're going to finish this deal. We're going to still be able to enroll the Kitchen Hero program, but it won't be at the $197 deal. So now is the time if you want to get this very special discount. I want to kickstart with this new group. I know it's hard times, not the right time for everyone to join maybe, but at $16 a month, that's a pretty good way to save your time, start with better, and learn how to cook more efficiently. Beck, really excited to join. Not the best time for me currently. Can I join a potential wait list to complete the program at a later date? The program will be open for enrollment at all times, but you won't have the same deal. So we used to do enrollment every 2 months. Now the different format. You're going to be able to enroll any day, tomorrow, in a month, in 2 months, but the deal with all the bonuses, it's going to be for a limited time only, probably until Tuesday, the day before we do the welcome live. So you got until Wednesday morning. Let's say Wednesday morning, it's the deadline to sign up for the Kitchen Hero program. And after that, we're going to have to close that deal, because we want to do this deal for a period of time so people get excited to join. They have the opportunity. If they don't want, You can go later, but you're going to have to pay a little bit more, and you won't get all the freebies that we are including today. So if maybe the PayPal does the thing of the 4-day installment, I'm not too sure, but the 2 installment at $110 each should be a very easy to recover after doing the course for 1 or 2 months and applying everything that you're gonna learn in there. Let's see if there's any. That's it. Leave that one in there. Sushi, just signing up. That's awesome. All right, guys. We had 200 people join today. That was a very busy live masterclass. I'm super happy to see that you guys all wanted to make a change. And if you are here, it's because you want to improve something. So don't miss the chance. I know not the best time now to join a course, to spend more money, but I guarantee that after a few months, a few weeks, you're going to start to save money because you're going to shop more efficiently. You're going to prepare your meals. You're going to reduce food waste. The meals are going to your belly and not into the bin. So it's just a matter of time to recover that money. Maybe if you keep cooking the way you are, you're going to be still wasting a bit of food. You're not going to plan. You're going to waste more time in the kitchen. You might not eat as well. You don't have the ideas all the time. You're going to be stressed. So I believe that $197 is a very small price to pay to join a program with this value, because you're going to have me for 12 months. You can ask questions daily. You can send it there. I'm never going to not answer one of your questions, and we'll make sure you are improving with your cooking. Let me have a look at some of the comments here. Lorraine, not the right time given the situation. Look, I totally understand. It's not the right time for everyone. That's fine. But if you can give it a little push, guarantee that you'll be saving back that money in a month or 2, no doubt. Jody, are we going to get tonight's recipes? Tonight's recipe is the full menu that we cooked. I'm just going to grab it here to show you guys. So this full menu here, the 3-day menu plan, it's gonna come straight after we finish here into your inbox, into the WhatsApp group. So you guys gonna get this 3-day menu and a 5-day menu in there, plus the ebook and a road map. PayPal is a normal thing. I have used many times. Awesome, Linda. I'm gonna check it out because I'm not too familiar with PayPal. I used a few times, but I really want to see this option of doing the 4 installments, because if it's going to help people, then why not do it, right? Terry, if we cannot attend a lesson, are they available to catch up? Absolutely. They all going to be recorded. So the Kitchen Hero program is designed in a way that you can do on your own time as well. So they're going to be all recorded lessons, all the 12 lessons in there, the 12 monthly live sessions, and the 38 lessons. They all going to be recorded in a platform that is very easy to use. It's online. You can watch on your phone as well, on your computer, plug your phone on the TV, and you're always going to be able to catch up. If you have questions after you watch one of the live sessions, you can send me a message on the Facebook group, on Instagram. I would say probably the Facebook group is the best place for the questions, because then everyone else can see your question and also be a part of that. On Instagram, sometimes it's hard. There's so many people following my Instagram now that I get so many questions in there, and sometimes I take 2-3 days to catch up on the Instagram messages. So best point of contact is always the Facebook group, because everything stays in there. It's easy to search and it works great. So Terry, if you are worried about not being able to catch up, don't worry. Everything is going to be recorded. And I'm going to be able to answer all your questions regardless of the time. I'm going to help you to catch up. So that's no problem. Roma, I wasn't able to join last time, but keen to join this time. This makes me so happy to hear. I had a few people that were not able to join last time, and they said they wanted to join later. That's why I wanted to make the Kitchen Hero program masterclass different this time, to show the meal prep and also to do it available for people to go all the time. Added more live sessions in there. So instead of 4, we're going to do 12 monthly live sessions now. So I add more value in there, and I kept the same price for that reason, because some people couldn't join before. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to add more value in there and maybe help people be more motivated to join the program now. Jody, how do you make your veggie stock? So basically, for the veggie stock, I just chuck all of this in a pot with a little bit of olive oil or any oil. I rather extra virgin olive oil. Cook it a little bit just to get a little bit of color, cover in water. Bring it to boil, put it to simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then turn it off. After that, just strain it. There is a video on my Instagram that I do a veggie stock in there. And I know some chefs are particular about using always the same particular ingredients on the veggie stock. For me, I'm the opposite. I will use everything. I just want to eliminate waste. So I use my peppers, my capsicum, the seeds. It's going to be a bit peppery, but I like that. Bit of cabbage, everything, my broccolini, stems. These all going to become a veggie stock tomorrow. Jeannie, thanks for joining, Jenny. I really appreciate you coming on board. Thank you for an awesome evening. Power Windows, thank you. I really appreciate that you guys enjoy. Rosemary, trying to sign up, but price changes. Why? Rosemary, let me check. What happens is the platform calculates the dollar, the US dollar conversion into the Australian dollar. Let me know here what's changing in there, and I will honor the 197, because the platform is hosted in US dollars. Sometimes when it does the conversion, it might go up by $1 or $2. So let me know here, send me a picture, and I will adjust that for you. No problem. The price is $197. This has been a bit of a juggle for us because the platform is in US dollars and we have to change into the Australian dollars. And I apologize that the price does vary a little bit in there, but I will 100% honor the price of $197 until the Wednesday. Australian dollars, 197 Australian dollars, not US dollars. But let me just check here. Okay, Rosemary, PayPal, $127, but that's probably $127 US. Have a look, because your PayPal might be doing in US 127 times 1.33. The conversion today might add to $197. So be careful with that, because the PayPal might be doing in US dollars. Yes, exactly. So that's what it is, Rosemary. Camila just checked in here. And again, let me know if not, because the price is 197 Australian dollars. And then I will make sure you guys are paying that price. Just join. Linda, welcome on board. Jody, me too. I appreciate not wasting anything. This is so good to hear, because I come from Brazil originally. And in Brazil, millions of people don't have what to eat. And I grew up seeing kids on the street, people not being able to afford food. And my mom taught from early, never waste food. Always do something with it. Even if you're going to feed the chickens or something, but that food should not go into the bin and rot under the earth. So for me, not wasting food, it's a big part of my cooking. Of course, sometimes things go to waste, but the goal is to not waste, because that's money. If you start to waste things, by the time you see, you're already wasting $197, and you could join the Kitchen Hero program. And this happens so often. Thank you for your time and enthusiasm. Thanks, Paula. Thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure to having you on here. So here we go, Rosemary, credit card of $196, PayPal 127. I bet the PayPal is on US dollars and the credit card is showing on Australian dollars. Sushi, I just had that too. Just noticed the fee. Which fee, Sushi? Let me know which fee, because if you are doing 2 installments, there will be a little fee of about $10 or $15, a little bit extra. If you are splitting the payment, the platform charges to split the payment. But if you are paying a one-off, it's $197. Anyway, just let me know here. Come on board of the program. I will fix this up if you're having any issues in there. That's not a problem. And if you're not happy with it, you have 14 days to get your money back. That's no problem at all. Like, I never, my goal is never to keep anyone's money that don't want to be on the program. I want people in there to be enjoying, to be on the program because they really want to be there. So let me know if you have any trouble in there, Sushi, because I want to fix all of that and make everything clear for you guys. Jody, so the bonus now is, let me go back in here to show you. The bonus are the new menus for every season. So I'm going to add bonus menus for every season. The exclusive Facebook group, the Together course, another full course that you'll be getting on top of the Kitchen Hero program, and also the $15 discount. The $15 discount will not be valid after Wednesday, and we're not gonna be doing the, let me just show you here. The first 2 in a row is just tonight to get the private session on Zoom, which is probably already gone, the first 5 in a row, and then gone the first 5 in a row, and then the first 15 in a row will get a live cooking group, a live cooking session. So the first 15 will go on a Zoom session where we're gonna cook dinner for 2. I'm gonna see you guys. You're gonna see me here. You can show your plates. I can guide you through there on what you're cooking to make sure that you are learning how to cook that starter, the main, the sides, and the dinner. And on this group live session on Zoom, you guys gonna choose the menu as well. So bonus tonight, first 5 in a row already gone, private session on Zoom. First 15 in a row, get a group session on Zoom, cooking a menu, dinner for 2. Also, get the bonus menus for every season, the exclusive access for the Facebook group, the Together course, so it's an extra course on how to host a dinner for your guests, and the $50 discount, this one here. So the $15 discount is not going to be available after tonight. Jane, fantastic session with you, Byron Bay Chef. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining, Jane. Rosemary, just paid $127 on PayPal. Yes, $127 multiplied by $1.33, which is the conversion rate for US to Australian, will be $197. Right, Camila? Yes. So that price in US dollars, 127, is the same as 197 Australian dollars. Beck, also, what are your favorite cuisine to teach students? I'm wanting to grow in Italian, Middle Eastern, and Greek cuisines. My favorite cuisines, and also the mix that I try to incorporate into my events, is Mexican, South American, and also Mediterranean, which would be a bit of Italian, a bit of Greek as well. Not so much Middle Eastern, but we do, for example, shakshuka eggs into the program, one of the saucy meals. So I try to focus on Mediterranean mix with a bit of South American and Mexican, and also a touch of Asian. Those are my favorite cuisines. Jody, Can we see your gorgeous wife? Camila, they calling you here to say hi. I'm going to get Camila to come and say hi. She never comes on the lives. She's going to come and say hi here. She's holding the Bubba. She coming this side. This side is the other side. Here's Camila.
Hi, everyone.
Camila is my helping hand on all the lives here. We're so happy for you guys to be joining the Kitchen Hero program tonight. We can see a lot of people already sign up. Thanks for coming on board. Guys, there any other questions that you guys would like to send in here about tonight's live session?
You should show them the food later.
Yes. Do you think I should show the food here on the thing? Yeah, why not? Guys, I will actually, Camila gave a good idea. I'll show you more of the food. But if I change the camera, they lose the QR code.
But the link is on YouTube anyway.
Hello, Camila. So nice to meet you. Hang on. I will get you guys to see the food here with this camera.
Why don't you get your phone?
With the bench camera. So here is the meal prep that we did for the night. We got the salsa, tomatoes, green beans, broccolini, cabbage. This here, all gonna become a salad with rocket, sweet potato that is in there. Also, I'm gonna bring it here. With the curry ready to go. And our meats, the beef, I did about 1.5 kilos and 1 kilo of chicken as well. So this is all the meals ready to go. I'm so happy for all of you guys that stayed all the way. We almost went for 3 hours tonight. I was planning on doing only 2, but I sometimes tend to talk a bit too much, but I really like this interaction with you guys. I love doing these live sessions. My first one was very nervous. Second one got better, and then just keep improving from there. Jody, no, the meal, so the meal prep is ready to go now. I'm just gonna put everything on containers, and then the meals, the actual plate up, I'm gonna be doing in the next couple of days. So I'm gonna, tonight when we have dinner, I'm gonna do a photo, share on Instagram, send on the WhatsApp VIP group, tomorrow lunchtime, tomorrow dinner time, the day after as well. I'm gonna be plating up those meals for Camila and I, and then I'm gonna share with you guys to see if I get you guys to come on the Kitchen Hero program so you can also cook those meals, plate up very nicely, and start to eat healthier and saving a lot of time in the kitchen. I know a lot of you already cook from home, but I guarantee that everyone can improve. I can improve, Camila can improve, and I bet you can also save more time and start to eat well every day, not just sometimes. Thanks, Beck. Thanks for joining. And it will be a pleasure to have you on board when you are ready to come. Awesome, Jody. Thank you. And guys, keep an eye as well on my Instagram, on the WhatsApp group, because I will be doing Instagram lives tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do one tomorrow night because a lot of people will be busy for the weekend. But Monday, Tuesday night, and Wednesday morning, there will be live sessions on Instagram, not on YouTube. And it's going to be a 45 to 1 hour live session only. So it won't be a full masterclass like today, but I'll be hosting those live Instagram lives on Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday morning to share a bit more about my knowledge in there. And usually when I do those lives, more people come on board of the Kitchen Hero program. Vida, my Instagram account is Byron Bay Chef. I'm going to just type it here and put on the comments. At Byron Bay Chef is my Instagram account. There's lots of recipes in there. I share a lot of cooking tips. I open question box in there often on my stories, so you guys can ask questions. And I do Instagram lives as well. And moving forward now, Instagram lives going to start to happen all the time. I'm going to do some short lives in there. It's not going to be like inside the Kitchen Hero program, but I want to share more of my knowledge into those lives too. Terry, the Instagram page is at Byron Bay Chef. It's here. Can you, let me see if I can pin. Maybe Camila can pin the comment somehow.
Instagram?
The Instagram, yes. And the link again.
We can only be in one.
Jody, will all that be available on WhatsApp? Yes, Jody, I'm going to share everything until Wednesday. Now I'm going to be sharing when the live is going to be on, a bit more content in there. I'm going to keep sharing the link to sign up for the Kitchen Hero program on the WhatsApp group. So the WhatsApp group is going to stay on until Wednesday. You're going to be getting some more content in there. Also, I'll let you guys know about the times of the live sessions, but follow me on Instagram, because in there, I'm going to check what you guys want to learn on Monday, what you guys want to learn on Tuesday, what you want to learn on Wednesday. And it's going to be very short sessions, 45 minutes, 1 hour maximum. But it's going to be another good way to learn as well. Won't be like what we do inside the program. I'm just going to give you guys a little taste of what's inside the program to see if I get more people to join the program, because this will change the way you're going to be cooking. What will be the time in the UK? Look, Sushi, I'm not too sure what time it will be. 7 p.m. On the UK. Camila is checking here on the computer. Let's see, because it's funny you asking that, Sushi, but a lot of people signing up. About 10% of people who signed up for the masterclass were from the US, Canada, and the UK. Thank you, Vida.
7 p.m., 10 a.m. in the UK.
All right, so 7 p.m. is 10 a.m. in the UK on the same day. So Monday 7 p.m. will be Monday 10 a.m. on the UK. We might do the lives at 6 or 7. I'm going to get all the followers to vote. Awesome. Roma joined, Vida joined. Welcome on board, guys. It's going to be a pleasure to have you guys on board. You are a fantastic chef and awesome human being. So easy to follow. I wish you every success. Thank you, Camila. Beijinhos. Beijinhos. Awesome. Guys, any more questions you would like to ask? Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up here. It's almost 10 o'clock. I just have a little bit to clean up here. Not much, because I did clean as I go. And I will plate up a beautiful dinner for my beautiful wife and our baby boy on her belly. Roma, is there a set day for the live sessions? Hope it's Thursdays. The live sessions, at this stage, they are scheduled for Wednesday. But once we do the first welcome live, let's see. I'm always happy to adjust as well. If the majority of the students say to me, look, we would like to do it on Thursday, then I'll do it on Thursday. If you guys say, let's do on Tuesday, I'll do it on Tuesday. Let's just see what's the majority. It's just that sometimes I have events from Thursday to Sunday when I do retreats. So for those ones in particular, I would have to adjust them a little bit. But I am flexible. And the sessions will be recorded as well. So let's see, if more people say let's do on Thursdays, then we can switch into the Thursdays. I'm easy. That's the only days that I cannot commit for the live sessions. It's Friday and Saturday, because usually I'm very busy with my private events on those nights. But let's talk on the welcome live on Wednesday, or let's talk on the Facebook group. Actually, I'm gonna open up the Facebook group for all of the new students in there. I'm going to bring all the previous students from the other Kitchen Hero programs into this same group. So everyone is together in there, and let's see You guys will vote Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday for the live sessions. We're going to make it happen. And people who have signed up for the Kitchen Hero program will receive the link for the Facebook group straight away. Thank you, Roma. You're awesome. Really appreciate. All right, guys. So let's finish it off for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been a pleasure to run this session with you guys. And stay tuned on the WhatsApp group, on your email. You're going to get the free resource for tonight. There's going to be a lot more happening over the weekend. And I'll see you guys on the next lesson. Bye, everyone. Good evening. You.